What's up, everybody? Welcome to the fifth episode of the MasterMinds PogCast. In this episode, we got a special guest. That's D over here. If you guys don't know him, he's the dude who's been grinding for like 12 hours a day, just gathering and destroying markets and tapping all sorts of stuff. D, what's up, man? How about a quick intro from you?
What's up, everybody? My name's D, hardcore life skiller. I like to
Understatement.
EXP bar to the right. Progress, that's what I care about. BDO account progress, and I do it all through life skilling. All my silver, all my progresses all come from life skilling money. So nice to meet everybody. Hello, hello.
And if you guys don't know, D is one of the few NA 2K life. Is there someone here? 2K Mastery life skill streamers, along with Jordan. So between the three of us, we have over 4,100 mastery here. That's pretty impressive. Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
we can just average that divided by 3 and we're good. Exactly. Oh, good stuff. So D, what you been working on nowadays in BDO?
I've been trying to lift myself out of trash can territory in the selling and bartering world, the ocean life. I was beginner zero in both, and now we are kind of up there, and I'm
Nice.
enjoying myself. I'm really liking it. I underestimated how fun ocean life would be.
Oh yeah.
I do enjoy bartering a lot. I never knew what the craze was. I was like, man, why is everybody crazy for bartering? But I can definitely see why now. It's pretty chill.
Yeah, dude. That's pretty much it. I mean, like, very little inputs to the keyboard. You make a little bit of money, and then whenever you pass by somebody, you can just talk shit. It's like, watch where you're driving, you idiot. You know, the good stuff. But
You
yeah,
could
so
even quick flag and cannon them.
oh, careful with the naval karma, dude. Are you doing it just for the icons or just
I
for
am
the...
just doing it for the icons.
Gotcha. You'll get there in no time. I mean, with your kind of gear, you get a lot of life skill bonus, so you'll get up there. Meanwhile, Jordan, how about you? What you been up to?
I finished my first blue piece for my Carrick, so I
Nice.
got the cannon done. We got it to +8 on the first day I crafted it. But then I ran out of stones, so now I'm basically fishing coins to get more stones to click.
I hear ya.
Um,
Well, that's huge, dude. The cannon's like a insane upgrade. A blue cannon
oh
for
yeah,
a freaking Volante? Hell yeah.
yeah. I even got a little bit more weight, which is
Nice.
nice. And then also, so far I've made 3 Penmanos accessory clicks, and I'm working on my 4th.
Any of them go through?
Nope.
Shit.
All dust.
He
Oh,
got
dude.
some amazing animations though on 2 of them. On one of them, he got absolutely robbed.
Did it
Yeah.
like hang there?
Oh, it hanged for a while,
I
dude.
hate it when it does that, man. Why does it do that? It's such a bait.
Like
Oh.
rolling the dice. Is it gonna go?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh shit. So what you been tapping, D?
I have been throwing my silver for no good reason at distortion earrings. Even though I don't need them, all my silver has been deleted for the last week on
Oh man.
distortion earrings.
Are you going for Tets or what?
No, we're just going for prize, man, and we're failing. We're losing money. We're losing money on pry clicks. It's so sad to watch.
The game knows that you'll keep tapping, so it's like, scuffs up your RNG a bit. It's like, this guy, he's gonna keep tapping. It's fine. Oh man, this is just annoying me. Sorry, I'm gonna have to flip the cameras around just because my flag in the back is like reversed because the way the camera works in Discord for some reason. Oh shoot. Anyway, so in this stream we want to do something more on the life skilling side of things. Basically the goal is to go through each of the life skills and we're gonna talk about what's good about them, what you guys like about them, and then we're gonna go through what's wrong with them and how Pearl Abyss could fix it.
A little pros and cons.
Yeah, it's a theory crafting over here. And who better than 3 2K mastery life skillers? I mean, once Russ is in here, we'll have a whopping 6,100 mastery between us. It's going to be insane. But he's gonna need a little bit of time. It's his kid's birthday, cutting cake, but no party, so it won't be too long.
Well, happy birthday to his son.
Yeah, but let him know. We'll let him know. But yeah, imagine them coming out with a new life skill. How long has it been since
I
Bartering
have
came
an
out?
idea for it. I already wrote down a bunch of shit. I have an idea for a new life skill.
Oh shit! Oh man, we got to go through that then. Remind me at the end.
Yeah, I wrote it at the end of my notepad too, so we'll talk about it at the end for
Oh,
sure.
perfect. Yeah. I mean, this game, the great thing about it is they're constantly working on it. Like new content as well as updating old content, which is like a bit obsolete or, not working as intended or could be more efficient. They're always thinking about things to do. So that's one thing we do appreciate about them. And that's one promising sign for a developer. Because a lot of games, they'll go into life support. They'll like let go of a lot of their resources. But BDO has been ramping up. Pearl Abyss has been like, accelerating. They're coming out with new projects and everything, and they're doing well. So that also shows in the game. Unlike with Blizzard, who utterly, looks down on the community, I guess. Do you guys even have phones? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of promising things in BDO. Hopefully, they do come out with some new life skills as well. So let's see. Maybe they can take some notes as well. But yeah. All
Yeah,
right. So
I definitely think that they should focus at least on the current ones and get them all up to par, and then, yeah, release some new ones.
life skill esports, yikes. Well, what do you think is the life skill which needs the most work, Jordan?
Oh, that's a good fucking question.
Probably sailing and training.
Training?
Yeah.
I actually put a section for training in my last video, and someone's like, well, good job for killing the market. I'm like, already? It's like been like 6 hours, then they're already worried the market's gonna die, but there doesn't seem...
If you want my input on, sorry about that. If you want
No,
my
go
input
ahead.
on what needs to be changed or needs work, I have 3: Alchemy. Goddamn, Alchemy's so bad. Training and trading.
I agree with actually all three of them, yeah. The alchemy's market, uh, trading as a life skill in general, obsolete. They could do it a lot better, and training lacks diversity. Like, there's not much you can do with training. You just, enslave horses and sell them off. But
Good old glue factory.
yeah, well, a guy in chat, Sheep, said sailing shouldn't even be a life skill. I'm like, agreed. Doesn't really do too much there. It's one of those lackluster ones that, just passively levels up unless you do your dailies and stuff. It's like, not really.
Yeah.
Not really an entertaining one. All right.
They should like increase the XP you get for being out in the ocean or something.
Yeah. I don't know how long Russ is going to take, but maybe we can go ahead and get started.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty. Let me just fix up my UI here. All right. I guess we can go down in order. Let's start with the big one. Gathering. So, basically, guys, for this podcast, what we wanted to do is show you some elite basilisk killing content. Kidding. I'm just doing this while we're talking, something in the background going on. But what we wanted to do is go through each of the life skills, talk about what makes it a great life skill, what we like about it, and then we're going to pick it apart. What we don't like about it, what they could do better, and how they can improve it or even fix it if it's a dead life skill like trading. So, gathering, who wants to get started there? What you like about it? Easy enough. Money. Jordan, you want to take it away? D, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, sounds good. So for gathering, I have a little notepad. I wrote down everything. I wrote, it's relaxing. It can be done at your own pace in terms of min-max.
Yep.
So if you want to go super hardcore on your session, you can. But if you want to just alt-tab, watch a YouTube video while you're gathering, you do a few gathers, you alt-tab, you can do that too. So it's relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much that's what I wrote. You can do it at your own pace, so it's not that big of a deal. It's chill.
Yep. Jordan, what about you?
I like the life skill. I think it's like Dee said, basically min-maxing it. You can. There's tons of different things you can gather and min-max, which makes it really, really interesting and fun. Um, something that I think that they should kind of consider looking into is like the whole energy potion thing. So like when Manos Gathering first came out, um, they had it to where you could basically gather forever.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone was gathering forever, and they were literally destroying the market um, because you could keep refilling your energy and then just keep dumping, and that's basically what players did, and they destroyed the economy. And then they ended up removing it, which basically kind of fixed the economy. It made cooking more viable. It made alchemy a little bit more viable, etc. And I kind of like that idea of getting rid of that and making you kind of think like what you're gathering and why you're gathering it. Um, I'd actually like them to remove energy pots all the way uh,
Hmm.
and make it to where then you really are going to be thinking, all right, what do I want to spend my time on gathering? And I think that would make it a lot better. It wouldn't be fair though, for the
Yeah.
lower level gather
The
new
people who've
players.
already used it till now. Yeah.
Exactly. So basically, all the people that are way up there, Guru 30 plus, typically all of them got to that because they were able to abuse the system.
Right.
Um,
So, quick thing, before we keep going that direction, do you want to just run us through what that mechanic was that they removed? I believe it was the wine, right? Like where
Half
you're
in chat,
serving
boys, for high quality wine.
high quality
yeah,
wine. That's right. How did that work?
yeah. So basically, you paid, I forget how much silver it was, but
500k
it was rough,
each? Something?
something like that. It was roughly around, it basically equaled like
100k? Okay.
it was like 2 or 3 million for an energy pot. Like it equaled that
Mm,
basically. So then energy pots just sat around that price, maybe a little bit more expensive than the price of the high quality wine. So
right.
then, if you traveled really far, players would basically buy energy pots
Right.
and they would use them for that. But then if you were real close to the vendors, then you basically would just keep running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Hmm.
And they ended up removing it because meat was basically went from like 10K, or I mean 9K, all the way down to like 2K. Like meat was literally destroyed,
Yeah.
and all the cooking shit was destroyed. Like it was awful. Um, and then they removed it, and it basically fixed the whole economy.
Hmm.
The demand was still there, but you couldn't gather forever, basically.
Right. Well, it's a good thing they did. I mean, making a change that late after so many people have benefited from it is like a tough call to make, but they got to do it. I mean, it's for the future of the game and the economy, which it really did show. Because when an entire section of a life skill is suffering because of it, they need to make the change, and it is the developers' prerogative because they're the ones who put that method in, right? So in terms of removing those energy pots, that might be a bit difficult because those basically the infinite energy pot thing is you're using the ones from the marketplace or the ones made by alts as well as the ones from the pearl shop. So removing energy pots in completely, I doubt they would. But maybe changing it up so it's not like a constant spam. Even that, I think people would be like, we're paying the price for it though." Do you think they need to increase the cooldown, or what do you think a good route would be?
Yeah, I would like increased cooldown,
Hmm.
um, because like I like gathering stuff and then turning it into stuff,
Yeah.
basically. And so, um, having a bigger cooldown, yeah, you can't gather as much, but it makes the value of your items that you gather go up.
Right.
So it would make cooking better, it would make alchemy better, and it would make it to where other players could have, decisions in what they gather.
Do you use energy like the pearl shop energy
No,
potions?
no, just marketplace.
Okay.
No.
Mm. Well, that's good. I mean, like, the thing is, like, someone said in chat right now, it limits gatherers' ability to compete with grinding. I don't think it's really a competition thing where you're competing. Like, I think they should have everything on its own track and everything at the highest point be able to make really good money. Because when you calculate the amount of effort you're putting in while grinding, it's like, doing 6 hours of grinding kills your hand, whereas doing 6 hours of gathering a lot more palatable. It's
Is that also true for Guardian?
not Guardian. Guardian is
Okay, not Guardian.
Guardian basically you get one of those the steering wheels and pedals, and you just put like two skills on the pedals and just steer your way around. It's so I'm kidding. It's not that brain dead, but it's pretty relaxing. But D, what do you think? What's your opinion on gathering? What's something that, or whatever you want to say, but
So like a con? Are we talking
the
about the pros
cons,
and
the cons.
the cons?
What do you
Okay.
think they need to fix? What do you think's wrong with it?
So I wrote not enough variety in relevant gather spots
Mm-hmm.
due to the product output. So when we talk about cooking as an example,
Sure.
basically everything is trash except for Valencia meal. So what that
Yeah.
means is that if I'm gathering anything else other than Valencia meal, I'm not making good money. And I don't like that. There's
Mhm.
really zero diversification.
Yeah.
And I feel like we could maybe use a little bit more enhancing mats.
Mm-hmm.
Say maybe a 10% buff to everybody. A little bit more. Even at 2K gathering, I feel like I don't get enough enhancing mats a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gathering all day.
Okay.
Even if I gather the right thing, I don't feel like I get enough enhancing mats a day.
So is that everything included, like Caphras, shards, hards, and
Yes.
fragments? Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
And yeah, so basically just need more variety in gathering, but they need to fix cooking for that, right?
Yeah.
Because like if I'm gonna go gather for whatever reason something for Drigan meal,
Mm-hmm.
Marmot or Yak, I'm literally making zero money
Right.
because I can't sell the product, and practically you'd get lucky if somebody bought the meat off you.
Right.
So yeah, it's just no variety. It sucks.
So do you think if they were to remove the Oasis vendor and the Oasis meals, that would fix it?
I honestly think not really, because there's lots of people that are prepared, ready to sell, seafood cron meals.
Oh shit.
It's never gonna be fixed on day one,
Yeah.
right? The bubble's gonna burst and everyone's gonna try to offload on day one. So
Yeah.
it's not day one that the market gets
Of
fixed.
course.
So maybe in a month after that, we might see some rebound in like
Yeah.
the seafood cron meals. But like, who's gonna sit there spamming the seafood cron meals every 30 minutes?
Right. Right.
Right, we're spoiled right now from Oasis vendor 1 silver cron meals. Everyone's spamming them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just spam them when I have to pay for them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the full 2 hour buff, and then I'm gonna plan when I want to use the next one.
Yeah.
So my consumption, as even as an end game life skiller, my consumption will go down.
Yeah.
I imagine it's gonna be true for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's gonna fix cooking, or it's gonna magically make any of the other meals better.
They should put Imperials for those meals, like super Imperials.
Oh yeah. Come out with like a guru, guru 30 only.
Yeah,
like you have to be
something like
guru
that.
30 plus.
Yeah, this Oasis event went on much longer than anticipated. We thought it'd be around for a few months, but COVID, right? They released this event, just as a little something for all of us when the lockdown started worldwide. And as we know, the pandemic isn't over. It's still going on, except in Florida. Florida is the only place in the world that doesn't know about it yet, but we'll have to break it to them someday. Yeah. Gathering is one of those things, though. Like, one thing I like about it is that you can start with like really mediocre gear and make money. Like, even with like a zero mastery, just magic tool, shy at professional one, go to sheep, you can make some money as a noob. Like 60 mil an hour. that's respectable. If you look at anything else, if you start off grinding or something, you're doing something abysmal like 20, 30 mil an hour, because a new player probably doesn't have the loot scrolls to burn, especially not at the low end spot. So I think that's one thing they do good. You don't even need a magic tool. So the thing is, the lates tool, it goes off your mastery. So you need to have like a set of Logia gear, which is easy enough to get. Like getting a Trilogia set is pretty easy. I'm just talking like bare minimum. Go grab a tool, that's it. Like a magic tool, easy. But Oasis gear should put you over 30 mil an hour grinding, no? I mean, still, it it's still like half the amount from gathering sheep, and sheep's easier. But anyway, I think we can come back around to gathering afterwards once Russ is back. How about we move on to the next one? Fishing. Who wants to take it away? Any pro fishers here? Well, what's y'all's fishing level anyway?
Mine's G12. I just hit it
G12?
yesterday.
Nice.
G5.
Ho ho! I got Jordan beat on something in life skills. Whoa. Like G6? I don't even know the level. It's my AFK fisher. I don't even look at it. Let me take a look. So Jordan, what do you like about fishing?
It's easy to set up.
Yeah.
You just put on a fishing pole. You make sure your inventory is clean, which mine is never clean. And then you just fucking fish away. That was one of the first life skills I came to when I first came to the game, was fishing. And I think it's fine as like an AFK thing. Like I think the money's fine for the effort
Mm-hmm.
as far as like AFK goes.
Yeah.
But active money definitely needs boosted for fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're going to put effort in going to fish, then you should be able to make, close to gathering money, etc. If you're like a really, up there in fishing.
Mm-hmm. Especially at hotspots and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's like a con basically, no? Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
doesn't scale well. I had a suggestion what they could do to make it more active and engaging.
What's that?
They could bring like, instead of the mini game that we have now,
Mm-hmm.
they could make it like Dance Dance Revolution, where it just goes across your screen, and the more that you correctly press keys, the
Yeah.
bigger the catch is. So it scales with your combos basically. Like you're doing your AWSDFG, and then it's like a combo. It's like, whoa, 100 mil fish. It's
Oh
just
man,
flashing
yeah.
across your screen, but really fast. So you got to be paying attention.
And like intense techno music starts playing in the background and flashing lights start up. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. Last night I bought a game on Steam, Dance of Fire and Ice. I saw some viral YouTube video going on about it. It's like this beat game. So I started playing that, and I think I stayed up to like 3 playing that. Like, well, that's one way to waste 3 hours of my life. Oh man. Oh yeah, I was supposed to check my level. I'm G8. G8, guys. Uh, but
I
yeah.
pretty much wrote the same thing as Jordan, though. For pros, like, it's the laziest life skill,
Yeah.
easiest to set up. You just run to the closest water source,
Mm-hmm.
hit spacebar with the fishing rod, and minimize the tray.
Yeah.
So the AFK money doesn't need to be touched,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It is what it is, but the active money definitely can be scaled.
100%. Yeah. So, how would you guys fix it other than, just raw increasing money? Anything else? I mean, that was a good idea for the minigame because if I'm not sure if you guys played Arcade. Arcade's fishing was pretty awesome. I mean, there's the whole system of, actually fishing. So basically what Arcade's system was that when you go out, you take your fishing boat out, and on the fishing boat you store your fish. There's like, I don't know, like 7 slots or something, 5 normal fish, 2 large fish or something like that you can put on there. And there's like actual hooks and containers where you put the fish in, so it takes up a spot. But you make pretty good money from it when the game first came out, and people can see your fish. That means they can pirate your ship or destroy your ship and take your fish and run away. Like, there's all sorts of funny things that can go on. And it was actually a risk to go out fishing. And also the activity of fishing was that you throw your cast And once a fish is hooked on, then you have to start pressing certain skills, your fishing skills, to counteract the fish's movements or something. It's like it gets a buff on it, and then according to that buff, you have to press a button. Anyway, as you do it, like the fish starts losing HP. It has actual HP, so it's basically combat between you and the fish. And once it's at 0, it becomes lootable, and you can take it, put it on your ship, and profit. It was very active, very engaging, and it was fun with all the shenanigans going on. Like, even if you're on the same faction, people would just like sneak up when you're not watching. If you didn't lock your ship, they'll take your ship and run away. Stupid shit like that. But I mean,
I remember doing that a bunch.
oh hell yeah. There was a lot of depth to it. I mean, I liked it. Like all the sea content in Arcade, it has BDO beat. I mean, BDO has the graphics, but otherwise,
It's the only thing that BDO doesn't have good is the sea, is the
Yeah.
ocean stuff.
I don't know why. I don't know why they don't want to touch that. Like underwater combat and all that stuff. Yeah, it's what it is.
I do like harpooning. I don't know if you guys have ever
I
harpooned.
haven't tried it yet.
I've
No.
never harpooned either. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's really, really fun. You basically go out on a tiny boat. I did it with Sweetie. And basically we went on this little boat and we went out to the ocean. And then we sat there and we pulled out our harpoons and we started harpooning. And it's a pretty fun mini game. You basically have a fish that pops in the middle of your screen and you have to try to poke it with your harpoons. But the money is literally shit. Like I only did it for like 2 hours and I made like 20 mil in those 2 hours. And I was like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like, you can get 100 mil fish that like you could get super carried and get a
Yeah.
like 100 mil fish, but again, they still need to scale it good to where it's more like guaranteed you're gonna make good money, for your time going all the way out there,
Yeah.
etc. But I do love harpooning. It's pretty fun.
How
Sounds
much
good.
money
I'm
can we
gonna check it out.
Yeah, how much money can we make active fishing?
I heard harpooning is around 100 mil an hour. And then I don't know for the hot spot fishing.
I
It's
remember
definitely not 300.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
I
I
remember
mean,
this.
it's not where it needs to be.
Yeah, definitely not. There's this one noob who was like trying to tell me, "Oh yeah, I'll make 150 mil an hour. I just go, or I think it was 100 mil an hour." He's like, "Yeah, I just active fish at hotspots. I'm just watching anime on the side. I'm like, it's so chill." I'm like, "Fuck off." Hey, the excuse I watch anime on the side. How much anime are you gonna watch, you weep? I mean, it's not as chill as bartering. Like if you're autopathing, that's true chill. But if you're actively, playing that little mini game, you're putting in effort. So the amount of money you're getting, it should be comparable to other activities which you put in such effort. So it just there should be some sort of balance, because like if you want to be a
Also-
fisher in this, yeah.
I was gonna say, plus like the whole reason I don't level up fishing is because it's shit money.
Yeah.
Like there's no point to fish. Like if the money was good actively, then I would actually spend time AFK
Yeah.
fishing. But the whole reason I don't is because it's shit money.
And it doesn't really tie into other life skills all too well. Like
Yeah.
gathering ties into, cooking alchemy. What does fishing do? Trading?
Yeah.
Eh.
You can get like decent trade XP if you fish in Duvenkern, but yeah.
Yeah, but trading shit. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Hot spring fishing with Imperial turn-ins gets me about 30 mil per hour at around 1,000 mastery. Gotcha.
Damn, that's competitive. That's like 5 cappers. I could get that in 5 minutes at Bear.
But it's not. He's not. Are you active
No.
fishing, Lexion?
No, I'm not saying him as the player. I'm saying like, damn, that's competitive. Like with everything else, like, damn, that's some good money.
Yeah, I know you're talking in general, but harpoon fishing doesn't work. Out on my boat, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it does need rework. I mean, also like the diversity in it. Like, what's the best rod? Like Balnos rod or something? AFK, you need the Balnos rod, and then there's a triple float for active fishing. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, and then the harpoons, which I mean, they could come out with, Manos harpoon. They could come out with Manos fucking fishing rod.
Yeah. I mean, they could do a
So
lot with it. They could like add actual gear progression and, you know, scale it a bit better. Like there
yeah,
is potential to do it. I mean, people do like sea content. It was received pretty well. Bartering was, hyped. Then,
Oh,
put like really far out active fishing spots out in like Margoria Sea or something.
yeah.
definitely. There's a lot of people that love that ocean life,
Yeah.
like actually want to be fishers in game, and that's what they do in other games, and they can't do it in BDO because it just doesn't pay you enough.
Yeah. I think fishing should be like the gathering at the sea, Like, maybe not like, 300 mile an hour, but 200 at the high end. Often like some far away active fishing spot or something. I don't know. There
I
definitely
think
needs to be some changes.
I think it should reach at least 300.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, yeah, if you're like a guru, like 25 fisher, and you have
Mm.
like pen Manos clothes and like
True. True.
Mm-hmm.
10 accessories and stuff, you should be able to make the good money,
That's
Agreed.
true. I
fishing.
agree.
If you put in the effort, it should pay off.
Yeah,
Now it's like it doesn't do anything. Oh
yeah.
well. I still do AFK fishing every night just because it's the easiest thing for me to set up.
I also do AFK fishing every night because I'm competing against people who don't play the game for the icon. So I want
That's
the
true.
icon, man. I want the icon. And these
Oh.
people, there's like high level fishers that don't play.
Or they just AFK fish 24/7.
Yeah, so I want icons.
They could also do that too, though. They could increase the XP you get for active fishing,
Yeah.
like make it to where it's like 5 times more than if you AFK. So then players that actually do want to, get rankings, they can catch up.
What do you think if for active fishing they also add like the gathering stuff, like, hard sharps, ancient spirit dust, Caphras,
Nah,
or
nah,
fragments?
because I don't think they would do something like that because it opens up too many scenarios where you could abuse it with like fish bots or something.
Well, the fish bots have always been around, and they go after them with a vengeance. They permaban, no hopes of redemption. Like I don't know if they're still doing the notifications, but back then I think they were doing like posting on the main website that X, Y, and Z. Well, they blocked out some of the name, but such and such got banned for a fish bot.
Yeah, where they release a family name. I know, but I
They're
still
they're good with that. I mean, like we can't like limit the game just because
true,
of bots.
true.
Like look at Jagex and RuneScape. They have like the true problem. At least in BDO, our guys can catch it like properly. And also like BDO GMs and CMs and the support and the back end, they have a lot of logs and options to look at. Like whenever you go to a GM in a ticket, like over here, I mean, I know the tickets are really slow right now. It'll probably take them a few months to sort that out, but over here there'd be like, let me check the logs. You can't get anything by them. They're like, I don't see anything funny here. What are you talking about? It's I think they can combat it. I don't think that would be too much of a concern because it's already something that's out there and it's been around for a long time and people have been getting caught pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, PA BDO impresses the hell out of me. I know BDO has had its fair share of cheaters and stuff, but I love that when you look around, there's not that many. Like in arcades, you could look around and you'd be like, "Oh, that guy's probably cheating."
Yeah, I wish they'd do something about piloting. And someone in chat saying they don't monitor the chat. It's not their job to monitor the chat. This is an MMORPG. It's a community. I don't think they should start policing. I mean, have you ever been on one of these class discords and there's some moderator who's like lording over everyone? Or, any community discord except the BDO Rares because that's the best one out there?
Shout out BDO Rare Discord.
Yeah, but you also have to think, how many people game and what the age difference is.
Yeah.
Like, majority of gamers are,
Do you
around the
have?
teenage
Yeah.
to like early 20s. So
Yeah, I
we're
mean, you
old.
have the
We're
option
old.
to block people. I don't even have server chat enabled. Like, I rarely ever turn it on. It's like perma off because I know it's full of bullshit.
The only chat tab I look at all day long is my item drop, like what I'm getting when I'm
Yeah.
gathering. That's the only one that I look at.
Hey, D, it's J Magna. He's in chat. Say
Hey,
hi.
what up, Jay?
Oh, if you report it, even so, I don't. They got like such a bad backlog of tickets. Like after the transition, I know Kakao was on top of it, but that's because they've been doing it for years. I'm sure PA could catch up. It just takes time to go through the backlog from the migration. I think the migration itself started the big, you know, ticket storm for them, but I think it'll get better. Yeah, I know they're not. Even some of my tickets, I even forgot what I put tickets in for. No response. They're like, we got bigger shit to do, man. Like, all right. But yeah, what's next on the list here?
Hunting.
I did hunting once. I thought it was fun. The end.
Oh, dude, I love hunting.
I know you do. Is it
It's so good.
is it
Um,
still a sleeper or?
yeah, it's still sleeper OP.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not like OP, but it's like it's definitely sleeper. Not a lot of people do it. I mean, you can go look at the leaderboards. Leaderboards tell you all. Um, I like it. It's a good form of getting your energy back.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually what a lot of people or what some people will do is they'll go gather and then they'll go hunt
Mm-hmm.
right after. So I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think they bring out more variety on XP pushing because feather wolves are literally so like boring
Yeah.
to do. Like I think they could expand it and maybe um, come out with like maybe even a harder spot, but it
Yeah.
gives more XP where it requires more gear to go there or something. So I think that's what they should do. Other than that, I like feather wolves and I like OD hunting.
Yeah. OD hunting, it's pretty pog, right?
It is.
Hmm.
And it scales with mastery, and you can use loot scrolls. It runs on Arsha.
Oh.
Um, so it's sleeper good if you have
Yeah.
a really high hunting mastery. So
Yeah, for sure. That's actually pretty pog. I didn't know that Arsha and stuff affected it.
It,
So,
it it spawns more bosses for you basically,
so do you
and the
do you guys
bosses
like
have higher Narcion drop rates and head drop rates.
do you guys like flag up and fight in with muskets and stuff?
well, because not a lot of people hunt on NA, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, it's all empty.
Damn it, I'm disappointed now. I kind of thought there was like elite top tier hunters out there musket fighting, and like there's underground musket PvP ring or something. I'm just hoping for stupid shit. But yeah, the money's good. The little bit of hunting I actually did, I thought it was very engaging. I like, that I'm actually trying to dodge mobs. If I pull too many, I'm gonna be taking some damage. So I'm actively trying to dodge, and there's technique to it so that you do the most amount of damage, and there is a bit of depth to the actual art of hunting. But yeah, there's like no diversity. From the very beginning, I went to like feather wolves and stayed there. Like I think
Yeah,
the lower end with like low mastery, the money's also pretty abysmal, but it seems to scale very well with the high mastery, right? Or how do you
yeah.
think it is at lower end?
I think it's fine lower end. They've sped up. They come out with a hunting quest for
Okay.
feather wolves now. Every time you kill them and on kill, your pets will pick up a quest basically for you.
Hmm.
And basically you have to kill 10 feather wolves and you'll get this 30-minute buff where it gives you attack speed, crit chance,
Okay.
and XP. So they made it to where leveling's a lot easier. Things that they still need to work on is calc hunting. That doesn't scale with mastery.
Oh.
And I know a lot of high-end grinders that do like, Ash Forest and really hard areas, they tend to use calc elixirs, and I could see in the future if they don't buff calc hunting, then basically eventually calc elixirs will have pre-orders on them, because it's just not worth your time. It's like 50 to 100 mil. And then also whale hunting,
Oh,
which I
it's
haven't
not even
done.
50 to 100. It's if first of all you can get screwed out of the loot. You can end up getting nothing on the
Shit.
first one. I did calc hunting with Jordan one time, and I didn't get anything for my time. We spent like 30 minutes chasing this calc around. I got nothing. I looted it and I literally got nothing.
That's
Yeah,
stupid.
so they need to buff that. They also, I don't know about whale hunting because I haven't done it in a long time. So I don't know how that is.
I also have a nightmare story with fucking whale hunting. I also hunted a whale and got nothing. It was just too much RNG in the loot. Like, why is
Oh,
it so locked behind RNG?
Yeah, blue whale or earrings, they used to be pretty pog back in the days. And same with the fugitive calc earrings. But of course that's kind of dead content. They should really update that.
Yeah.
I pretty much wrote the same stuff as Jordan said on mine thing. I wrote active, engaging fun. The mechanics are perfect for me and translate to good combat gathering gameplay. So that's what I consider hunting. It's combat gathering.
Yeah, agreed.
And the cons, I wrote, well, there's not a freaking good spot other than Featherwolves to level. So that's annoying. And Odie is kind of like Star's End. I know Jordan loves Odie hunting, but that's because he's high mastery, okay? I can also be high mastery, and I'm sure I'd make the same money as him. But somebody new won't make that good that
True.
money that Jordan's talking about in Odie. It's basically like Star's End, and you gotta pray. Pray you're gonna get something, because you could end up with nothing for hours.
Very
So
RNG dependent.
Yeah, I don't like the RNG in the life skilling. Like,
Yeah.
when I think of life skilling, I think of more consistency.
Well, gathering is quite consistent, so maybe one life skill with a bit of RNG wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. Well, so with Odie hunting, it basically scales with mastery. So the higher the
Right.
mastery, the more of a chance you have at getting items. So it is nice when you're high hunting because it starts to become consistent, but I could see it as like when you're super low mastery and you're trying to go get your master matchlock, it sucks ass. You'll spend hours going for it because the drop rate's like terrible.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Anything
that's
to
something.
draw out progression, right? Anything.
I think this it's pretty clear. Mastery, or sorry, not mastery. I mean, hunting needs a lot more diversity and options. Like the amount of content for hunting is quite limited. Like it's such a small life skill compared to other things.
yeah. I mean, you can hunt yaks, you can hunt llamas, but because they have the cron food, there's no reason to go hunt them because, if all of a sudden like 30 people start killing llamas and trying to sell like meat and stuff, literally they're just going to crash the market because there's no demand. So
That's because, repeat after me, Valencia meal needs to go. Valencia meal needs to go. It's the only good meal. That's exactly why. Nothing else is good.
Leave the llamas alone, man. They never hurt nobody. They just look funny. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, hunting is one of those things that a new player who gets into the game is not even gonna think about getting into, because there's so many better options for them. And
You know what's interesting? Real quick, right on your statement, it's better for a new player to hunt right away than it is to gather.
Really?
Because first of all, you still get your cooking money,
True.
right? Because you get cooking meat, and you get gather levels for free alongside you hunting.
It's definitely a good thing, but people still won't do it. Like the game doesn't, direct them to it,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There are like the free match locks and the beginner match locks you can get and stuff, but it feels like it's in an obscure spot. You'd have to actually go out and look for it to be able to start gathering. Whereas for like you know, actual gathering, it's like you get one of those green items, and then when you're grinding, you can, gather that mob. So it's directly in your face, I guess. What if you hunt other players? You guys are crazy. There's already PvP.
Wait, I thought the Trina matchlock does something like that. Doesn't
Yeah,
that shoot
yeah.
that attacks players?
Yep, yep. That's there. And I think it knocks him out off the mount, right? Something like that. Yeah. I think someone
Yeah,
had a
you can
question.
shoot. You can even use regular matchlocks and shoot people off their horses. I've done that before.
Okay. Whoa, Jordan, you're getting wild.
No, someone. So I have a thing in my channel where basically people, if you've watched me long enough, if you get to 100,000 points, you can make me do anything for an hour. And D made me shoot people off horses for 1 hour. So I shot like 13 people off their horse. It was
Oh
hilarious.
my god.
AFK riders from Velia to Hyadel. It was just like a pile of people just standing there in the middle of the road.
Oh, leave it to D. We gotta
Gotta
do that.
entertainment.
We need to get like the whole piracy squad with matchlocks and just go shoot people off horses. Oh, guild event. All right. Oh, the next one's cooking.
The
Ah,
pros. Let's talk about the pros.
I like food. Yeah, that's it for
I
me.
like AFK. If once you get set up, you get your routine down. It's a nice 15-minute break from BDO.
I
You
think
minimize. You alt tab. You check
Yeah.
Reddit, you check YouTube. You go get some food. You use the bathroom. Whatever you need to do. You got a utensils worth of AFK time.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're cooking, of course.
I think anyone who's gone through my YouTube channel will know that I'm a huge fan of imperial cooking, even if you're not actually doing cooking and you just buy the stuff and turn it in. Free money is free money. So I think that's one of the best things about it, the imperial side. So like the people, it creates a demand. The people who want to actually cook, they have options to sell to more people because even normal people will want to buy those type of foods to turn in. What about you, Jordan?
And then yeah, it's really good. And also like the lower the meals, the more profit, players make that buy. So if the meals go up, they're actually not earning that much profit. But when the meals go down, when there's too many cooks, then um,
High
then
boxers eat real good.
yeah. I like it also because the AFK cooking creates a different thing. So kind of like AFK fishing, you can AFK cook,
Right.
and there's many different recipes that you can AFK cook, and I kind of like it. It it kind of lets you think of things that you could cook overnight for good money, and then it kind of prioritizes. So like I'll just give an example, like Tef sandwich. Basically you gather scorpions, you then cook into grilled scorpion, and then you can cook it actively into Tef sandwich. Well, instead what I do is I cook it overnight, because it doesn't weigh that much, and I can actually put on my Manos clothes and earn more profit.
Right.
So I think it's cool. It makes you kind of think of, all right, well, what do I want to active cook for good money, and then what can I AFK cook for good money?
Yeah.
Um,
And as someone in
yeah,
chat says, it doesn't need energy either, so you do it in between energy region and stuff.
yeah,
There is a lot of diversity to it, and like as you said, you can like go for 1 second cooking, you can go for full mastery cooking and whatnot. Like that kind of diversity is always good. There should be like more variety in whatever that happens. Like unlike freaking fishing, you got like one rod you just need for AFK fishing, and then maybe buy a Balanos for active whatever harpooning you do. It's like having more diversity. I mean, if there is some sense of progression and stuff, that's always good. So like I really like cooking because you can start off like at a really low level. Even if you're a noob with like low gear, you can start cooking. I mean, you can start doing your lower imperial boxes, you can start prepping for higher level stuff, you can start cooking basic things to get your contribution points up if that's what you're going for, as well as go for a lot of money in the end game. So
That's the first thing I started in BDO was
Yeah.
cooking, because I was really interested in the contribution progress you could make out of cooking,
Mhm.
and I was really what attracted me to BDO in the first place was the Node Empire. I was
Yeah,
like, wow, there's workers that can get me materials.
that's what made me
Amazing,
quit
I'm
the
in.
first time. I'm like, I
Uh,
can't understand this. I'm too stupid.
uh, that's exactly what brought me in. So I'm like, whoa, how do I get more contribution?
Yeah,
And I was like, cooking is the way. So that's what I did first, basically.
yeah.
And we're almost 501 CP boys.
Hey.
484, never take milk money. CP gang all day.
Milk money. Jordan, what's your CP?
468.
Oh, what am I
So
at?
yeah, getting closer to 501.
Ooh, never mind.
Are we
Where
talking
are
about
you
the
at?
cons of cooking now?
Let's go. Do it. Hit it.
Why is nothing else good except Valencia meal, guys? I serious to God, what can anyone answer this to me?
Mm.
Like nothing else makes comparable money to anything related to Valencia. If you look on all the sheets, you look at the markets, nothing is, even the sale volumes. Nobody even wants to look at Ari Haza meal. Nobody wants to look at Knight's combat ration. There's no diversification in the actual meals.
I don't know. Affirmative
They
action
need
or
to
something?
they need to rework either the pricing on this stuff to make it more competitive, or nerf Valencia. Please let me cook something else other than Valencia for money.
Mm. Do you think they need to readjust the Imperial turn-ins, like the quantities and stuff for each meal? Do you think that would help?
That would be a big factor in Valencia not being the best. So yeah,
Mm.
it would.
Yeah, I did notice that. Like, I mean, I buy my meals, right? It's very rare anything other than Valencia.
It's either somebody in my chat, Flabby, shout out, good
Mm.
point. He said, "Don't nerf Valencia, buff the others." So I agree with this too.
I
If
think
you're
that's
gonna keep,
more in line with Pearl
if you
Abyss's
want to keep
mentality.
Valencia as good as it is, fine. Make everything else decent too.
Yeah. That's more down, Pearl Abyss's line of thinking. They don't like nerfing stuff. They only like buffing everything else. Wink, wink, and then they go buff Wizard again. But yeah, that would make sense because even as someone who's as lazy as me, I buy like 1 to 2 weeks worth of food and then pack it all in like an hour or two, and I'm done, or however long it takes. But it's always Valencia. Valencia is always number one. It's always the cheapest, most affordable, most profit. Jordan, what's your qualms with cooking?
Yeah, basically the same thing.
Hmm.
It gets stale gathering the same stuff, lions, fucking scorpion, snake over and over and over and over again. I think removing cron meals would help a shit ton. It would create more variety. And then
Oh man.
other than that, I think the money's good. So
Apparently in Mina, Valanos is more profitable because of Russ. I don't know what he did. Chat, what did he do there to make it more profitable? Maybe we
Triple
can.
pen Manos, perhaps. He has 3 pen accessories.
I think he convinced everyone or something. Yeah, there's something there. Chat, does anyone know why it's so profitable because of him? I don't know, but yeah, I think cooking is definitely one of the better made life skills in this game compared to like some of the other ones. Like it's always been there. It's always been a notable life skill since the very beginning. Even in the beginning, everyone was just cooking beer, and they're like, "Oh, dude, I'm making 10 mil an hour for doing like nothing. Easy." it's an iconic life skill of BDO. I think what they would need to do is not really much in the realm of mechanics of cooking, but rather how they balance out the imperial versus the market.
Yeah.
I think someone in chat said something. D just alluded to the downside of cooking. High mastery cooks crowd out at anyone trying to cook for profit. What do you guys think? I think we had this conversation once, D, not too long ago, about unless you're at high mastery, it's like no point for you to even try to compete on the marketplace.
Oh yeah, you're just an imperial bot until then.
It's true.
You're literally you're wasting your time if you're selling to the market if you don't have the mastery, because you're just gonna make more in imperials.
Yeah.
And you're already working as hard as anybody else to get the mats.
Yeah.
So you might as well just box it up and take a slow payday.
Yeah.
And
is this an issue they need to address, or do you think leave it as it is?
no, I think mastery, the way the mastery works is fine, but make other meals better.
Okay.
Like if we had diversification, maybe people could hop into different markets while somebody's not in that market, right? Like if I'm in Balanos and there's 5 other people in Balanos, maybe we're not in Arihaza, and this low mastery chef can maybe compete in Arihaza,
right?
Because there's not that many people there, but it's still good and there's demand. So we need to have the demand there. I don't know how they would do that. They would have to either change the buffs or whatever,
right?
Or make them better imperial boxes. Like give a reason for us to cook these other meals, and maybe low mastery chefs can perhaps participate. They can catch it at a good time, for example. Whereas if a low mastery chef wants to start now, the best advice that they get is Valencia meal. And in Valencia meal and anything related to Valencia meal, you're not competing with. There's no way you can compete unless you have the gear.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you're just selling yourself extremely short, and it's just so not worth it. You might as well just vendor the items. You're getting the same silver.
Oh shit, yeah. What do you guys think about the byproduct? They changed it to the witch's delicacy, right? And before they used to have multiple byproducts, was it? Or did they have a single one? Do you guys think they need to make any updates to the byproducts, or is it good as it is? Vendor gang.
I think it's fine how it is. The higher the mastery, the more plates you get.
Oh, I mean like the
basically.
rewards and stuff you can get out of it. Like you want to see anything else there? Like right now it's either milk or contribution points, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they could create more variety, I think, with options.
Yeah. Let me take a look.
It's beer, milk, eggs.
Beer, milk, and contribution points.
And you can vendor it for silver.
Wait, there's no eggs?
Oh, is there no eggs?
No, it's just beer, milk, and
that's seals.
Oh, right. Okay. What do you guys use your seals for? Your imperial seals?
I use all of mine on Supremes.
Supremes, okay.
Yeah, I do Supremes.
How many do I even have? I have like, it's stacking up. I think I got like close to 10k on my character at the moment. There should be more in the storage somewhere. I'll use them in the future someday. I'll need them. Buy all the eggs. Supremes, yeah, I think that's the way to go. I mean, that's the most utility, and the amount of money you're getting out of it's pretty minimum for the other stuff. All right.
No, I think the money's good if you enhance certain things, like the butcher's knife. You could take up a little bit, and you can make decent profit out of it.
But how long does it take to get a 10k seals?
10,000 seals. Depends on your CP.
I mean, how much do you get per turn?
You get one per one, yeah. So it depends on your CP. If you choose to progress the CP, then you have more often you'll get a butcher's knife, for example, right? Overtime.
Yeah, someone in chat said 50 days at 400 CP. That's a pretty long wait. Anyway, I guess I think we hit all the major points for cooking here. Should we move on to alchemy?
Damn,
Bullshit.
dude. Alchemy, man.
They just laughed at it. Oh,
I
man.
wrote on alchemy in my notepad. I wrote pros. Nice AFK time. That's really all I have to say about it. That's the only nice thing I can say about alchemy. I have nothing but bad things to say about alchemy.
Oh man, someone in
I'll
chat.
wait to say the bad things when we get to the bad stuff.
All right, someone in chat's asking, what's the mastermind's take on trash food / alchemy to make new money crates for trading? You think
Oh, I like that. That's a pretty cool idea. Use bad alchemy stuff and bad cooking stuff
just dump
to
them,
make
give them a
to make
purpose
like
in
a
life?
slushy, a trading slushy, basically,
Trading slushy, yeah.
and trade it to Ari Haza or something and make good money. That sounds not bad.
Or call it like a vegan shake or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty solid idea.
Nice idea. Shout out to that guy, whoever said it. Good
It was
idea.
Koro mushroom. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, that's an easy fix to
Band-aid
make.
solution.
Yeah, exactly. We like those. Least amount of coding required, development required. PA would like that. All right. So what's good about alchemy? Let's hear it.
Nothing.
Shit.
I mean, so alchemy is basically the same thing as cooking. Like they're both basically the same thing. The only difference is the demand is not there. They since they came out with the drafts, that's the main like I guess how many sales per day people buy our drafts. But the money into the drafts is literally garbage. Even at high like alchemy levels.
Hmm.
Like I'm talking like literally fishing beats alchemy when it comes to drafts. Like it's sad.
Okay. All right.
So
Well, there's not much to say about alchemy here, so let's just get to the main question all of chat's thinking about here. Which is the better looking costume, the alchemy costume or the cooking costume?
Alchemy.
Hey, point for alchemy.
I like the cooking.
Well, okay, man. I don't know. Chat, what do you think? I mean, she has a mean glove over here with spatulas and shit. What about alchemy? Shit.
I have a sage weapon on my belt. I have a Rubik's Cube looking thing next to it. I have a potion. I have a book on my side. I have a backpack with scrolls.
True.
Yeah, it's just way more. I have a
lot
sage
of
weapon
things
on
you
the
can
back
chuck
of
at
the
them.
backpack.
Yeah. I think alchemy got that cat spatula gloves beat.
Definitely swagged out costume right here.
What? People are like there's a lot of people saying cooking in my chat. What's going on here? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong class.
But I mean, alchemy has some stuff that is viable and like decent money, but a lot of it is garbage. Which is basically the demand's fault. So if they would increase the demand, which the only way I can see it happening is with the upcoming dungeon that's coming out. So the way I see it is if they make it the content hard enough where you can't use a draft to grind it, then it's gonna make alchemy decent. Like it's gonna build a demand for players that do the dungeon or whatever.
So you have to use like the elixir rotation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna have to buy these party elixirs or whatever. And if you can't get the party versions, which the party versions are automatically like set at a low price to where the pre-order like you're eventually just not going to be able to get it because it's not worth crafting into. So then they're going to be forced to buy the greens or the blues. So that could help. Maybe that's what I'm hoping. That's PA's plan with alchemy. I don't know if that's their plan or not, but that's what I'm kind of hoping they're
Oh,
They're gonna
Jordan's
do
hoping real hard. Have you seen
Oh
his
yeah,
Alchemy storage? He's hoping real hard.
real hard.
Oh, he's all in kind of hope.
Dude's
Yeah,
ready
like
to blow up the market, huh?
yeah, like I have like 180 bill in
He
alchemy
has
mats.
all of NA's fruit stock in his storage
Dude, you
because
stopped
NA
buying
doesn't
them.
gather.
I saw the price of, the fruit of magic power go up or go down, go down. It started crashing. I'm like, did Jordan stop pre-ordering these or what?
Oh yeah, I see it. It came down.
Yeah, I
Good.
stopped buying them.
See? I knew it.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
for like a month straight, all I did was buy fruits on eBay,
Holy
and
crap! When
and I
you look at the
literally
3 month on Fruit of Magic Power, you can see Jordan right on the graph. It's just flat line and then a drop because he stopped buying.
it's funny. One alchemist does that to the entire market. Okay.
And think about what one alchemist can do in the products because there's also no demand.
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, top alchemists they keep the price to where literally everything is shit. Like it's not even worth doing, but they do it anyways, because they want to level up alchemy,
Hmm.
right? So in order to level it up, you have to, do stuff. So the only way to unload it is to put it on the market. And what top alchemists do is they literally min list all their elixirs, and because there's no demand,
They don't have
the
much
market
choice, so
crashes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's by
yeah.
design. You're forced into it by design.
Right.
Damn top alchemists.
fucking G40 plus alchemists.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you guys. Not me though. I'm only G45.
Hey, you're G40 plus. That is you.
Yeah, but not me. Not me. I can't say fuck you to me.
You could try. What about you, Jordan? What's your alchemy level?
G30 almost 5.
Okay, so it's not Jordan for sure. He's not
Oh, definitely
G40.
not. You can see my storage. Like it's fucking stocked.
Imagine one of
No,
these days there's a bug where all of our storage gets liquidated for the price it shows on the bottom.
oh dude.
I want to
GG
read
game.
a little bit of what I wrote on the cons for alchemy. I wrote,
Yeah, go
takes
ahead.
forever to level.
Yep.
Doesn't feel rewarding even when you get to the end game. So I'm at the end game bracket. I'm not making money in alchemy. It's so bad. Severe buy restrictions on the market. So buying 100 traces at a time will make anyone go crazy.
Hmm.
Change that, PA, please. If you're listening, please let us buy at
Right.
least 500, man. What is this with 100? Why is there a 100 limit on traces when you need millions of this to hit G50? It does not make sense. Also, then you get silver locked very quickly because there's no demand. So
Right.
you're forced by design to either be very competitive, quote unquote, not minless, but community service pricing, where you give back to the community.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just get silver locked way too fast in alchemy because of all that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a saying: rich cooks go to alchemy to go broke. So if you're rich and you're a cook, come to alchemy, guys. Show you how to
Blow your
lose money ASAP.
Oh man. So how would they fix it? What do you guys think?
Imperial Sync, same way they did with cooking, could fix it, or like Jordan mentioned, make grind content so reliable on alchemy where party elixirs, suddenly nobody's making party elixirs because they're not worth making,
Mm-hmm.
and your grinders are forced to buy the greens and blues off you, the alchemist, and make their own party elixirs.
Mm-hmm.
So that would immediately make alchemy better, literally overnight.
Okay. Gotcha. So how does the Imperial work for alchemy right now? Don't you get that scorch fragment or something? Or is that something else?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get scorch frag from seals, but I think when you break it down mathematically, it's like the money from cooking Imperials outweighs the scorch frag from alchemy seal.
Okay.
Break it down
Gotcha.
mathematically.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. There's so many factors they need to take into account when they're, balancing the economy and stuff. normally the economy is the economy, but BDO does not have a free economy. That means we cannot price things to whatever we want it to. There is a limit, upper limit and a lower limit, and it'll fluctuate depending on the demand of the market. So while I know if a newer player is listening, it might seem a bit of a easy solution to just tell PA to regulate it a bit better. It is the route here because it is a regulated market. It is not a free market, so it is in their prerogative, and they do actually keep an eye on these things. They do compare markets from different regions and stuff. It's just that, you know, Alchemy's not really high up on the priority list. Normally, like something like Caphras Stone or something really important for a giant portion of the community to progress would be on their radar. So I don't know if they're looking at it or what they're doing, but definitely the fix for Alchemy is going to be in the economy side of things. Because I think this isn't, in terms of like the mechanical side of it, I think Alchemy cooking, it's super chill. There's enough variety in it. There is some progression in it, like, you know, making your own cooking utensils, going out gathering, and mastery, 1 second cooking, 1 second alchemy, all that stuff. So mechanically, I think both are decent life skills. I think whatever fixes that need to happen should happen at that economy level.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, guys? Want to add on that?
Nope.
Yeah. I don't recommend Alchemy for new people.
Hmm.
You'll never make money at the early game.
True.
Oh yeah, true.
If you're a new
So from
player, go right into cooking and gathering. If you're listening and you just started BDO, gather cooking is your way up into progression.
Absolutely.
Do not look at Alchemy. Just a PS.
Yeah, at least in the current state, Alchemy, like if you're a player that wants to get to end game, gather cooking is a way better option. You'll basically
Right.
get there like 2 times quicker than if you were to dip into Alchemy first.
Gotcha. All right. Anyone in chat have questions? Maybe all of our chats combined. Jordan, D, my chat. Anyone anywhere have any questions? Maybe we can take a few minutes to address that and just decompress. I think we went through a lot of stuff there. You know, one thing I do appreciate about this game is the amount of depth they have for these kind of things. Russ, I see you there. When you joining in? Hey, good stuff. Hop on into Discord, dude. We'll get you in.
Daddy Russ.
But yeah, I do like that this game has that much depth to it, whether it's a life skill or, you know, in the entire progression of the game. Up there he is, coming in. What's up, Russ? Let me do something about the names. All right, give him a second. Can't hear you if you're there. Maybe we can let Russ do a rapid fire.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, dude. How's it going?
So I'm just setting things up.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
Let me turn this off.
Someone in chat.
So I'm sick. I got
Are you?
flu.
Oh no. Jordan was saying something that I thought you were just awake for the birthday.
Yeah, my son's birthday today, so we had to cut the cake and stuff.
What you get him?
Rainbow cake.
Good stuff.
All right. So you guys covered, I assume, a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. We're
Already?
halfway down the list, but we'll do a rapid fire with you, so you can get caught up on everything. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right.
Why my camera is not showing?
I don't think you have it enabled. So I see the icon.
It's enabled. It's probably on your stream. It doesn't show.
Well, let me click. It loaded in. So it's just slow?
You probably need to reload it.
No, it's good. We see it now. You're good to go. All right. So, Russ, what we did was we're going through the list of life skills here. We got all the way down to Alchemy. So, we're halfway done almost, right? So, we were talking about each of the life skill, what we like about it, what's good about it, and also talking about what's bad about it and how Perlibus could fix it if there is a fix for it. So, how about this? We do a
I
rapid
mean,
fire.
there's definitely a fix for it, but whether they want to do it or not is a different story.
All right, how about we do this? I'll go through each of the life skills and you can answer what you like about it and what you hate about it, how to fix it, whatever. So we'll just do a rapid fire so you can get caught up all the way up to Alchemy. All right?
Sure.
You ready? All right.
Yes.
Gathering.
But I don't know what answers you guys gave already.
It's fine. It's fine if it's the same. All right, gathering. What you like about it?
Gathering in a general, it's good. I mean, it's probably more stable than any other life skill.
True.
But I would one thing I would want to improve as a gatherer, probably like include the node materials, make them gatherable as well. Like maybe like you know how we have wild herbs, that maybe make like date spot or maybe fig spot, maybe nutmeg spot. All the materials we can get through the nodes. If they make a place that people can go gather as well, that would be good. So we wouldn't have a bottleneck.
Right. Yeah, and smaller servers, guys, they don't have that influx of materials that, NA has. People will throw nutmeg nodes into their worker empire just to be able to sell it easy money, even if they're not doing gathering or cooking and stuff. So smaller servers do have issue with that. So definitely would be something for them to take a look at. All right, next one, fishing.
What's fishing?
All right, moving on, hunting. All right.
I mean, fishing can be improved as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, with the current state, fishing is like a joke. Like even AFK fishing, since the inflation,
Yeah.
it's like rubbish. Like it doesn't exist.
I'll take my
Fishing
10 mil.
was good. Was the first month, maybe it's first a few months when the game launched.
Right.
When we used to make like 10 million an hour, those time like fishing was good, nodes was good, but since new spots and new grinding spots and inflation, people can make like 200 or 500 million per hour. Like fishing or nodes are not really that good. Like they need to do a rework on that.
Definitely. Does mastery scale well with fishing compared to other life skills? I don't think so, right?
It doesn't say anything on it.
What the hell does it actually do? Hold up.
It
The
increases your
catfish
rare
rate or
drop.
something.
Sorry, this sticky thing just messed everything up. Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, so that's terrible. They need to like multiply by 10. All right. Is what it is.
In terms of hunting,
Yep.
I think the idea of sniper hunting is very good, but it requires you to stop and go find the loot and try to gather it. It's just like painful. I wish they implement like our pets to do the gathering for us in terms of hunting. So that will make hunting more appealing.
Definitely. All right.
Like sniper hunting, like the idea is good, like
Right.
the mini game and stuff. It's pretty cool, but without something is gathering for you like auto loot, it's just not really ideal.
Definitely.
I mean, same with the normal hunting as well. When we do hunting, to me, hunting is like grinding. Like you have to kill the mob and then you have to go gather. It's just like too tiring, like very active work. Like it's more tiring than actual grinding.
Yeah.
Like if you want to choose life skill to chill and relax, hunting is not one of those.
Hmm.
Like if you are living grinding to have like a more relaxed option, you might just stick with grinding instead of hunting.
Right. It's a very
At least
engaging
with,
activity.
yeah, at least with grinding you don't have to loot.
Yeah. Sure. All right. How about cooking? Your favorite?
Cooking, not really my favorite. There's no favorite. I just do whatever makes money.
Of course.
I mean, cooking is good. Mastery levels for cooking is good as well. I
Mm-hmm.
think probably cooking is one of the pretty much the only one that balance because even if you get full pan monos, you just make 2k. So it's hard to get 2k in terms of cooking. So it gives you an option it gives you a reason to buy pan monos.
Right.
Because of the OSs and stuff having free cron meals, the meals you can cook is very limited. So that's the only problem. If they can get rid of the free cron meals and make the other meals more, you know, useful,
Mm-hmm.
then people will craft other meals or other recipes as well. So they don't have to, just craft like Balanos and Valencia.
Right.
And most people just craft Balanos and Valencia for imperial trading, or people buy imperial meals to box it up. So that's the only reason people craft Balanos and
Someone in chat
Valencia.
said that in Mina, Balanos is more profitable because of you. What did you do?
Balanos is more profitable because of me. I don't know. Balanos is
Oh,
19k. Is 19k profitable?
I don't know.
Under 19k.
You guys are like two price ranges away from min price.
Almost there. The dream.
I mean, Valencia is like 24k, 25k.
Yeah.
Media never sells. Calphion and all the other stuff never sells. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
probably check the daily volume. And Odilita meal, like it looks like doesn't exist at all. Like since the Odilita meal has been out, it's only 84,000 sold.
Hmm.
So if
Tom
Odilita,
apostrophe is the name, so you can't search for it just by typing ODY.
yeah, but that's probably one of the reasons as well. People like don't know how to search.
Yeah.
Half of the server probably don't know what Odilita meal is.
Probably. So, actually, chat had an idea. Someone in chat mentioned, what if they added trash crates for cooking, for all those other meals that aren't being utilized well, like a band-aid solution to make it useful or something. What do you think about that?
Trash crate.
Yeah,
So you're
pack them
gonna
into
craft
crates.
somewhere and then deliver it to somewhere else. It can be implemented with land bartering, how we have bartering. If they rework the trading,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can actually use the cooking materials or alchemy materials as part
Right.
of,
Yeah. I mean, that's what
it,
they did with
it can
bartering,
work
right?
probably.
They took all those
But
materials
then
and
how the transfer is gonna be like, do you have to box it up in like, let's say Grana and then take it to Valencia or somewhere, or
the longer the
how?
distance, the more the profit, right? I guess.
Yeah, but then I don't know, it's so basic. It's not fun.
The whole point was
It's not
it's a
engaging enough for sure.
it's a band-aid
Like
solution that they were.
how can you make it fun rather than how
Hmm.
can you make money off it?
I mean, it's just a band-aid
At the end of the day, we
solution
want
that
to
they
play
could
for
implement
fun,
easy.
not
Yeah.
just for money.
How can you make cooking fun though? Cooking and alchemy. The fun part is making the money, right?
At the moment, yes, but at the moment, because we only cook Balenos and Valencia, people with high mastery
Mm-hmm.
can push out anyone else. So pretty much like maybe like 1% of the server, or even less than 1% of the life skillers make money,
Right.
and the rest just losing money. So
Right.
there's no
Right.
point. Like they need to fix that. They need to make cooking in a way, or not just cooking and alchemy in a way that even like a beginner player, someone who just start cooking right now today, and tomorrow they can generate some income from it.
Right.
They like the cost of ingredients shouldn't be more expensive than the sale price. And how they can do it, I don't know. Maybe if you can sell it to NPC at min price, then I don't know. Maybe that might work. The surplus of items, people can sell it to NPC, like box it up and
If
sell it.
that's the case, wouldn't the market hover around that same price, maybe a bit more? Like it would
But
just raise the
at
floor,
least you
right?
will know that it's gonna sell. Like for example, for
Yeah, yeah.
DeeYUMYUM, like right now 33K, right? Or the media meal, let's say 36K, 36.70. Instead of sitting at mean price, people will just throw it in the NPC at that
Okay,
price.
I
Or
understand.
maybe lower than, like let's say it's 36K mean price for sale, and maybe you sell it to NPC for 30K.
Right, right.
Calculating the tax as well.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So you'll make it slightly less money, but
Convenience.
yeah, it just get rid of all the rubbish meals that you have to cook along the way, like all the rubbish elixirs. It's a one way to get rid of them.
True. What about alchemy? What's your thoughts there?
Same thing as cooking.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot of alchemy recipes, elixirs, not really useful, and in game people don't really buy them. There's only like specific elixirs people use it for grinding and PvP. Most people, prefer droughts, and maybe like some of the droughts materials might sell, but the rest of the alchemy stuff, like they need rework. They need to make and find something useful.
Right.
Maybe they need to change the whole buff thing in game. Reinvent like new recipes, reinvent new elixirs, or put a new system for the buffs, like the food and elixirs as well. So it will make all the recipes like more viable.
Gotcha. So one of the most important things we covered with chat was which costume is better, the pay-to-win cooking costume or the pay-to-win alchemy costume? Which looks better, Russ? Break the tie.
Cooking or alchemy, they're both different. If you do cooking, you get the cooking costume.
Just purely looks, aesthetically.
Oh, that depends on the class.
Huh. Good point. Is alchemy that different for different classes? Damn it.
I'm not.
The
I
wrong
never
one.
pay attention. I'm not a cosmetic person.
It could be bigger or smaller, depending on what character.
All right.
If you
Hold
play
on.
shy, your costumes are tiny as fuck.
True, true. But like, it's not like you have. Maybe you do. Let me check this out. Hashasan.
Just like the prophets from Alchemy, tiny.
Yeah. All right.
So, what did you guys think about cooking and alchemy? Like how they can improve? I think that's one of the main thing. The gathering is fine. Like, of course, gathering also has flaws, but at least people can still make money from gathering. They can just sell stuff raw if they want to. The worst case.
Yeah, I agreed. I agreed with the cron food being gone because that would open up gathering too, instead of gathering the same stuff.
Yeah. I think the Oasis event's been going on a bit too long. I think we need to make peace with COVID.
They can leave the weapons and costumes and stuff. Just the meals. I don't know what was going on in their mind, putting the best in slot recipe as a free item.
I don't think they thought it'd last this long. I don't think anyone thought COVID would last this long. They're probably wishing that they didn't tie it with COVID.
I will give you an example. If they put all the droughts for 1 silver, how would alchemy turn out to be?
I mean, it's already bad, right?
Like, what will happen? Just
no one would buy it, yeah.
Like, what's the point of doing alchemy? It will kill the alchemy completely if you give the drought for free and also give the, all the perfumes for free.
Oh, like every week, how they just throw it in the calendar reward. Here, nobody does alchemy. Here's alchemy product.
It's true. They do give out a lot of them, man. Like I just have them sitting in my storage. I don't even use them. one of my character, I forgot which one. One of them has a lot of
I
those.
think best explanation of the alchemy situation at the moment is Jordan's warehouse.
It's
He
true.
has like over 200 billion worth of rubbish. Like, seriously.
Look, Look, as a top cook, I'm trying to buy all the alchemy shit while it's shit. So then, if it ever does become good, I'll be good.
He's hoping real hard, like we
Yeah.
said earlier.
Oh, optimistic.
I-
Okay.
5 head plays.
To be seen.
All right. Let's get back to it then. The next one is processing. I think processing is one of those things that back in the old days used to be something everyone would want to do. But with the current market and with the lack of, trading not being as pog as it used to be, what do you guys think? What do you think is going on with processing? I know it's very supportive. It's a supportive life skill. On its own is not much. But what do you guys think about it?
Did you say it? Yeah.
Go ahead, D.
Okay, so I wrote it's a decent AFK time in the early game when you process. Late game mastery processing can become very active, borderline active, semi-active. It has good diversity, lots of processing recipes. Whether they're useful or not is a different story, but at least there's a lot of things to process, right? So I do like that about processing.
True. Russ, you were saying something.
We have a lot of materials in the game, but no use for them. That's why processing is bad. Like the game pay attention to like the cosmetics and pay attention to sieges, and I know they don't pay good attention, but they pay attention to those bits. They pay attention to bringing like a new character certain months, and they just want to push out content, but they don't want to spend time to fix the existing content.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like, not enough people do it for them to take notice, but people aren't going to start doing it until they fix it. So it's in a bit of a bad cycle there. Jordan, what
I'm
are
the
your
type
thoughts?
of person.
Oh, yeah. Go
What
ahead.
I like is small is better.
Hmm.
Like little is better. I wish this game had little options, but at least they are like 100% good options. Like processing, and instead of having like a million different items to process, maybe
Sure.
make like 50 different items to process, but at least craft something very good out of those 50 items, and actually it's worth doing it. Or like cooking recipes, like we have like 100 or 200 different type of recipes.
Yeah.
What do you do out of them? Like nothing. Like nothing really useful. Like the buffs, even the buffs itself doesn't keep up with the current PvP.
Right.
Whether you use a cron meal or not, like it doesn't affect too much. Like they need to rework the buffs, they need to rework the elixirs.
True. Jordan.
And make the elixirs more viable, so people can constantly pop them all the time. And also, you should be able to delete the buffs. Like, come on.
True.
Yeah, I hate popping cron food, and then I want to pop something else.
Yeah. And it just
I think they
overrides
should just take
everything.
off the cooldown. They could.
Oh,
They
another
could.
thing can be good in terms of hopping buffs are the cooldowns. You know how they reduce the cooldowns of elixirs to like 10 seconds
Yeah.
from like 10 minutes? If they reduce the food buffs cooldowns to like 10 seconds as well, that would be good. So you should delete the food buffs, and then you want to set off buff, right? You want to put maybe like 4 or 5 different food you want to use. You should be able to use it all at the same time if you want to. That way all the other meals can sell as well, Then if someone pops a Valencia meal, they will come after 10 seconds, and then Mulgari after 10 seconds, and they can probably run like, I don't know, maybe like 20 different buffs.
Imagine that. The full food rotation with the full elixir rotation.
I mean, they can make the fairy to do that for you, auto buff. Just
True.
say put all the buffs in the list. Like
yeah. It's
you know
not
how
impossible.
you make like a Patrigo outfit, like the
Yeah,
bags and
yeah.
stuff. Put all the foods you want to put in there, and then tell your pet or fairy, just put the like buff, use them on cooldown. That
Yeah.
way, the buffs and elixir will sell more. Like people will buy all type of elixirs at the time.
Yeah,
They wouldn't just buy the best in slot.
true. Jordan, thoughts on processing?
I think it's fine the way it is.
Yeah, support a life skill.
Yeah. Like you're not gonna make a lot of money just standing there processing. So people can wish that they're making real, Gucci money, but
And it's not like they can make it more engaging either.
I mean, processing was always like that in every game. Processing was always, you do something quick and then get the materials so you can craft something out of those materials, whether it's
Right.
armor or gear or something. It's not something you sit there and process for like 5 hours. Usually, most game processing takes, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes or maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes processing, and then you're done.
Right. Well, it is what it is. I guess there's not much to change there, is there? D, what do you think? Anything you'd want to change or want to see with processing?
Let's see what I wrote. I said nothing really to say about it or change. Maybe change some of the recipe weights, the weight limits on some of the recipes to allow for longer processing sessions for people who just want to play that I process materials life and just want to process all day.
But didn't that start because of the processing stones? Like before we had mass processing, we'd be able to stay all night.
True. So, well, I mean, that's an oversight, no?
I mean, we're getting more material faster.
But we're not getting weight.
I mean, like
our characters aren't getting weight to compensate.
Do they need to compensate it though? Because it's like a positive, right? When you're processing more things faster, you're making more money faster. And if you don't want to do mass processing, you don't have to for overnight. Which obviously you would do it.
I guess it's true that you do have a choice between mass processing and not mass processing.
I mean, obviously you do mass processing either way. Just, I mean, like your character just finishes its work quicker. Someone said, Savage got a good point. To compensate, is that you can't mass process overweight, but you can normal process? So that'd be an interesting balance. Like mass processing won't let you go overweight, but maybe normal processing lets you go overweight a little bit. Maybe
that shouldn't be something as normal processing anymore since the monos.
Yeah.
But there's no point to that.
Yeah, I mean, like I always thought
you can't spend like 300 billion on a gear, and then you're gonna do normal processing.
I always saw the mass processing as a positive, just because, like, let's say we wanted to get 10,000 of a certain item. With mass processing, we just get it quicker. So unless it killed any markets, which I don't think it did, everything's still fluctuating as it would have before. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to use it all night, but either way, I think
someone in my chat says suggest processing straight into warehouse, only real fix to AFK processing. So instead of products coming to your inventory, they go straight into your warehouse.
Then what would it do to the market?
They wanna make the weight more valuable so they can sell the weights. So just it would be okay for us, but from the company perspective, they will do it.
But even so, I don't think
it would make the processing costume so powerful.
Yeah, I mean they would make the money back there.
Costume? A different processing costume that goes into your warehouse or something.
The super butler costume, okay.
They can reduce the weight of the materials, maybe.
Yeah, I also suggested
all
that.
these flowers and stuff, instead of 0.10, it can be like 0.1, like 0.01.
Yeah, guys in chat, we're saying that they bring out a different costume for the material that we process to go straight into storage. Right now, that material goes into your inventory. They already made it
has to be costume?
What do you want?
Some buff you can buy, like, Kama Sylvia or something,
Yeah.
Like, we have so much costumes already in game. Like, I don't want to keep swapping costumes all the time.
There's never enough costumes, Russ.
It's just like a buff. They can just give us a buff that we can
Need
buy.
more
on top.
hotbars in the
That's
game.
it.
First of all, what is this? I only get 20 keys.
What do
I
you
wanna-
want to
I
put
wanna-
there?
I want like 100 keys. I want to put all my costumes there so I can click on them.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
I want my skills and my buffs and my elixirs. I want everything on my hotbars. Why do I only have 20?
Oh, good question. Buy more Patricio bags. You know, I actually got one from the Nightwinder.
You guys want to see how many I got?
Oh,
I have 19 Patricio bags because I've been doing the weekly every week.
oh shit. This guy. Well, true.
What are you doing with that?
Look at the
Isn't
stream.
that
it's-
buggy? Patrico is buggy.
It's super organized. My costume Pearl
hold
tab
on.
is super organized.
Keep it on there. I need to switch to the stream
Yeah,
on my screen.
Yeah, go ahead. It's on.
All right, one sec. Let's see what's going on here. Holy shit, that's nice. Look at
It's
how
very
clean that
organized.
is. Impressive. I don't even
Thank
want
you,
to show
thank
you
you.
guys mine now. Oh shit. Here's my pearl inventory. It's like so shit. Who told you to get out of there? Oh man. All right. Let's move on. Training. God damn it. Keep pressing escape. All right. Let's talk about training. What do you guys think?
Trading. They said they're gonna rework on it, so we'll just wait and see.
Training or
Apparently there's
trading?
no such
Training,
thing as
training.
trading.
The horses.
Oh, training. I never done training.
I did recently. I figured getting Artisan 1 for my dream horse leveling. So, training is always something that new players are going to find fascinating because when you get into the game, you need a mount. And how do you get a mount? Go catch a horse, enslave it, make it your own, or you buy one. But it's always an intriguing one. I wish it was a little bit better in terms of returns because even if you do like the best method of training for Imperial, it's not that much money. And there's no way to actively, well, they could probably do something active with it, but yeah. I mean, yeah, you do get T5s for free in the game, but players aren't going to know unless they look into it, right? And unless they're actually doing quests. Anyway, there's not much to it. I think they need to make it a bit more lucrative. Like, I don't know how they would want to do it. Maybe better Imperial turn-ins. Maybe better use of the steals, because right now it's what? The Viper? Black Magic Crystal Viper? Yeah, I think it's just one of those things that's just there. I don't know. What do you guys think, Jordan?
Yeah, I haven't even touched training.
Do you have an icon for that?
Nope.
Fair enough.
That's one of the icons I will eventually go for, but yeah,
D?
I don't really know too much about it.
In my little notepad here for pros on training, I wrote none. LOL. I literally wrote none. LOL.
There must be
I have a lot of so
there must be a small community out there which does a lot of horse stuff, so they probably give it some value, but I don't think there's any monetary value to it, right? Like in terms of lucrative money, there's not really much you can do there. I wish there was like some sort of training, like the higher level training you have, you should use that to be able to make a courser, or if you have a super high one, eventually a dream horse, like a non-RNG route. I went through the whole RNG route for tapping my dream horse. It's painful. Like on our market over here, we have a lot of dooms and some unicorns here and there, but all the Pegasus are gone instantly because we have the whole tier 10 hype. But I don't know. I think they could have done something more in the end game. Russ, any thoughts on training?
They said they don't want to extend the variety of months, so I don't know. I don't think they are gonna spend too much time on training.
Yeah.
Training the horses, mounts. I think it's just gonna be the way it is.
Yeah.
That's sad. That makes me sad.
Why?
Because why can't I go out in Valencia and go train a lion and ride him around like an exclusive mount? Why is that not a thing? Why can't I go capture one of those giant cactums from the Ahib spot, the new spot in Odie, and use him for to move crates? Why can't I do that? Why are there no underwater mounts that I can use to explore the ocean or something? When I think of training, I think of actually training animals and stuff like that, not just a horse.
The man's got a point. They could do a lot of things. I mean, training is very hard to level up at the high end. Takes a lot of time. So gating it behind
They
high
said they
level
won't
training.
do that.
They won't, I know, but gating something like that behind, that high level of training, they could do something there.
They could scale with mastery. Let it be so that you have to be G1 to go capture a lion in Valencia. Watch how many people are going to go out there and capture horses.
Oh, all the horses would be gone.
Imagine, you could ride a lion everywhere.
Dude, that'd
Are you
be
kidding? We're going to
painful
see
to level
G1
up.
trainers within a month.
If everyone's out there catching horses, I don't think there'd be enough horses. Then people would have to catch them.
I would
level them
actually
up.
make it fun. I might open up open world PvP. Hey, get your rope off my horse. Let's fight. Let's fight. Duel for horse. Duel for horse.
Oh my god. Yep. Duel for horse. That's funny. All right. I don't think there's much else we can talk about training. Here's the big one though. Trading. Trading in this game is it used to be Pog, right? Did anyone play around back then?
Not really. It used to be just like a labor work.
I mean,
it wasn't a fun thing to do. It was very, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the whole trash crate thing, right? You power level and then do trash crates or something.
Yeah. People did trading because they had to do it, not because they wanted to do it.
Okay.
And the whole stacking is just I don't know why they allow it in the first place. The horse shouldn't stack. If you want horse to take more stuff, just increase the weight on the horse. If it's intended, just increase the weight on the horse. Or make special mounts that, as you have higher tier horses, or,
the baby elephant,
you can put more weight. Yeah.
And maybe training has something to do with more weight.
Or get a better wagons and stuff,
True. Jordan, your thoughts?
I'd like them to do something different with crates.
Arcade had a good system for this, didn't it? It had a very fun trading system because you'd be on your mount, whether it's a cart or a tractor or a race car, whatever you used, your skateboard, and you would be carrying that crate on your back, so you're susceptible for open world PvP, whether from your
risk reward.
Yeah, exactly. Whether it's from your own faction or from the other faction. So they could actually kill you, take your crate, and zip out of there. So it added that risk, and then when you go further, obviously you get more out of your crate turn in. So it was very active. It's very fun. We'd actually go out hunting for enemy faction people doing trading, and when we find one and get their crate, we have to.
Are you talking about Arcade?
Yeah. And we'd have to actually go take it and then secure it because, hey, they'll respawn and come back at us, and now we have a crate on our back and we're moving slowly. But it was fun. There's a lot more that could have been done, but I mean, same thing I said with fishing. This game's sea content compared to Arcade, it pales in comparison. Same thing with trading. I think there needs to be more to it rather than just going from trade manager to trade manager.
I have some cons about for trading. I wrote pros, none until the rework because there is a rework corner.
True.
For cons, I wrote scaling is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving trash crates in the current system of trading is garbage.
Yeah.
Not much to really say until the rework. I hope they do a good job because there's a bunch of room for diversity, things that they can do. Right, all the things that we're talking about, like different games that they can take ideas from, or they can even combine it with farming, for example. Like, let me grow some exclusive crop and trade it across the map for some kind of money.
Right.
I will be seriously pissed if it's literally a copy paste of bartering because they could have done that a year ago already.
They could have, seriously. Oh man.
So if they literally are going to copy paste bartering into trading, I will be very upset. I will not accept that as good content.
Yeah, hopefully it's different.
It's too late now.
Oh, imagine they add like some new wagons, like equivalents to the Caravel, Gallius, and Carax.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sure what they are trying to do right now is trying to make another pretty character.
Oh man. Well,
it's not like we have already like enough characters. Like we have so many characters, and with the succession and stuff, we have so much options. Like they should. I don't know. Like it's good to have like a new character once in a while. You know, maybe once every 2 years. But they don't even have balance with the current characters. So
I think balance is out of the
keep
question for them
pushing
at this point because they have so many classes. There are some games which do try to balance, like in a setting of a 3v3 or something, but this is one of those games where they look at the data and like RBF, and then they try to balance based on that. Like if some classes are overperforming, like recently we heard Sage was pulling out more damage than 2.5 times more damage than the next class or something, or the other classes, which is insane. So they look at it in that perspective, but when you have like 42 different options or whatever the number is now, balancing it 1-to-1, it's tough, I know. But the thing about them is whenever you look into a MMORPG, the most amount of money they'll make is when they release a new class or new content. And in order for an MMO to be healthy and, you know, in the upward progression, you have to constantly release new content. And they don't really have much choice about that. I just hope that they decide to go like, you know, hey, let's actually make this next big content drop around reworking old unused life skills. You know, there are many different ways to do it instead of just releasing a new map, new class, and new grind spots and stuff. I think there's still a lot of room that they can rework some older content like they did with Elvia. I mean, that was a pretty simple one, but you know, some of our life skills are really paling. I know, there's a lot of classes, but it's from a business perspective, it's mandatory for them. They really have no choice. I don't think new characters are content. Yeah, we got a lot of classes, Ron. I mean, the class diversity is insane. That's what I like in MMORPGs, where you have a lot of options, so you can find that right class for you. I think this game does that well, but at the same time, Nova and Sage had very little downtime before they came out, like between each other. Like Nova came out and we were already on Sage really quick after. I don't know.
they must have a big team for animations and stuff.
Hmm.
And then they are like, oh, well, we have these guys. They can't just sit on their bum, do nothing. All right, build another character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they planned it out like, you know, well over a year ahead. All right, let's get this going. We got 3 life skills left. Farming. The best life skill in the game.
I don't know why there is still no mastery farming. Like, what's the reason behind it?
What does mastery even do for farming? Hold up.
There is no mastery.
It says level this up to consume less energy. What?
No, it's not mastery.
Yeah,
There's no
that's the
mastery
normal.
farming.
There's a number there, but it actually does nothing for you.
Because it's not in the game.
What are they going to do, though? If they increase the amount of yield, that's risky for the economy, if that's a concern.
But that's not acceptable to me, dude. Like these are like
More
baby thoughts. They
byproducts?
like increasing farm yield. They could have done this a year ago. This is not acceptable to me. If it takes this long to release content, I want it to be good.
Yo, I don't even think they see it on their radar as a problem, though. They probably never thought, like, farming, that's not going to have any mastery to it. I mean, it should. Everything should. I don't know. Increase byproducts,
Like,
increase
honestly,
yields.
farming is waste of my time at the moment. I used to do farming because I couldn't find the materials, like, pepper,
Yeah.
hot pepper and stuff.
Right.
I'm at the stage now, I just buy blue ones, even if they're like 30k each. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, Russ, you got 3 Permanos accessories, of course. It's easy printing money. Mr. Triple Permanos.
Jordan, you still farm? Or are you printing money too?
I like the milk from farming. I think it's worth the time. But yeah, farming, I don't know. I don't know what they could do to make farming.
I have a few thoughts. I wrote, not engaging enough. First of all, farming isn't engaging enough. I feel like fences cost too much. 10 CP per farm, and you can only put 10 up. That's not cool to me. I should be able to put my entire CP into farming if I want to just be a farmer.
Uncap it.
Okay? Right? Let me put on as many farms as I want. First of all, reduce it to 5 CP, and let me put up crazy amount of farms so I could actually live that farm life. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I want to be that guy.
I like that.
UI needs improvement in terms of farming. It's like
True.
so annoying.
Yeah. Imagine that, being a perma farmer, and that's all you do. That reminds me of Arcade vibes again. In the beginning, I used to actually have like a few plots. Just
but
farm.
this is a sandbox. We should be able to do that already.
Yeah.
Also, gated EXP, because you're just kind of waiting around farms to get infested. There should be, easier way to climb if you want to climb.
Yeah.
You should get more HP from harvesting rather than cleaning.
Yeah.
And node war server swapping to get farming EXP every day. That's like a snooze fest. Oh yeah, and we need mastery, and mastery better be something good.
Yeah.
It better not be double yield. I swear. Oh my god.
Do you think like more byproducts or more mole spawns or something? That's very blanket.
They did say on Global Lab that there's a mole pet that is exclusive to farming now, and you can tier it up to T4.
Oh shit. Okay.
But what that pet will do is nobody knows yet.
RuneScape vibes coming in. Giant mole. Oh shit. Okay. Well, it would be nice to be able to put like infinite amount of farms, like, find it to your contribution points, but if they uncapped it and all you did was farming, oh boy, that'd be something. You have to chase them all.
And I could buy the pepper all day long.
Oh, so imagine I could put up my farms and then also make my own shining lifestone, because I can actually get materials to do that.
Oh shit, I don't even want to talk about those alchemy stones.
The whole problem with shining stones and all these endgame alchemy stones is that there's not enough materials on the market to even support one guy going for it.
Oh shoot, really?
Yeah, because it takes hundreds of attempts to get there. Basically, the end game stone.
Mm-hmm.
If one person wants, he's going to be buying out the market for months and months.
Yeah.
What if I could put up all my CP into farms and get my own mats?
Mm-hmm.
And then also utilize the market.
What kind of mats is it?
Polishing mats, like blue crops, green crops, etc.
Oh, okay.
Even if you have unlimited amount of mats, it's very time consuming to upgrade.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's very time consuming. It's not even worth it. Even if you get like free mats, unlimited amount, I still wouldn't spend time on it.
Yeah.
just don't like that it's gated. 10 CP, 10 farms, and then the EXP is time gated. I don't like that. It's a sandbox. Let us do what we want to do.
I'm looking at the Splendid Alchemy Stone of Life, and recent transaction was last year, June 11th. 11 pre-orders.
We don't even have that in our market.
People are like hoping there. There's 13 people here like feeling lucky, or 11 people here.
Yeah, don't look at the Shining Destruction, Pansy.
Oh, let's go. I think I last saw it and I saw like what, 30 pre-orders?
Five sold on NA of the one of the most expensive items in the game.
Oh man. How would they fix this? Like the Alchemy Stone market.
Make it well. They couldn't make making it easier is not a good idea.
Mm-hmm. 16 AP, 16 accuracy, 10 ignore all resistance.
You know,
10%
all those
attack
shiny
speed.
and resplendents, they're not upgrades, they are from events. No one upgraded those ones.
True. Because like you see them from like last year, June. All right, maybe it's coming up, that event. Rough though. That's rough. Let's see this one. 10-3. Yikes, man. Okay, Vel's Heart gives you 5% 5. Okay. So even this is like slightly better, but yeah. I don't even want to look at this.
I think Respondent's better than Vel's.
I mean, it's for the sheet AP, right? That's where Vel holds its value.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. 2 more left. Sailing. Why do I keep messing up my camera, damn it?
In terms of sailing, if they bring the combat in the sea, that will make it fun. I mean, like combat in the sea, what I mean by that, like you should be able to attack while swimming.
Oh,
like Arcade. Like Arcade.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever would.
Siege combat. Without that, there's not gonna be a siege combat in this game. Like, don't expect any good siege combat in BDO. Otherwise, it's just gonna throwing balls from one ship to another like this. That's not siege combat to me.
That's just like true. True. I don't know. Sailing feels like so lame because like the main way to level it up is by doing the dailies, right? The sailies. It seems very time gated ish.
Right. We need more sources of EXP that are viable.
Yeah.
Or buff existing sources. Either or works. And one of the homies in my chat, Andy, he hosts my sailies every day. He says Lex, I guess that's a sailing grinding mob that you can shoot with your boat. It's only viable with Agris and yellow/blue loot scroll. So he says that basically you lose money by just doing that, by doing the only way to farm sailing EXP.
Oh man, yo, Ghostly BDO isn't dying, man. It's in the upward projection for player numbers. They're doing well for themselves. Yeah, they don't listen to us. They have their own ideas. They have their own ideas.
It's not about BDO is good. It's just there's no other good games. Like there's no competition out there.
No other sandbox. True.
Do you think BDO will be in the same state if the Ashes of Creation was out?
I don't think Ashes will do as well as people are hyping it. I think it'll fall short. But until they release or uplift the NDA, I can't say.
The content they are gonna bring is gonna be good. Whether
if they implement it right
or not.
Like right now, it feels like they have some really nice ideas about the whole open world system, how the world grows with you, how your actions affect what goes on. That's all great. But then it comes down to, are players actually going to want to go push through for that? Are we going to see it in its full fruition? Because like, if you're a PvP player and you like to do arenas, that's all you're going to do. They're like, you remember in the WoW era where, they're jockeying around. They're like, yeah, dude, I do PvP. I don't do raids. I mean, now everyone does everything, but it really depends on how they execute it. I don't have high hopes yet, but I do hope that it does. They do show better progress in the upcoming NDA release. Yeah, I don't know. BDO will still be relevant for at least another 5 years. That's my projection. Because whatever happens, if there's other competition, great. I think that'd be good. Because I think that'll push PA to do even more work to improve the game. So there should be competition. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see something give BDO a run for its money so it can try to be an even better game. Excuse me.
If BDO had Alien content, that would be much better. Or if Alien Online had the BDO graphics.
Yeah, the graphics, man. Like in Elion, I was playing it. It feels like all the character
I
models
just
are
didn't like
blended.
the atmosphere. It just didn't pull me. Like the atmosphere was like there
I
was
would,
so many big objects, so many flashing lights. It's just like it wasn't giving me like a home feeling, you know.
The UI is also very packed, very cluttered UI.
everyone said it looks like a mobile game, man. I'm like, no, dude, it's on the computer. Now,
It looks just like Terra 2.0, but worse somehow.
my issue with the graphics was that like all the character models, my character, other characters, they all blended in with the environment. Like if you zoom in, the texture quality and the character costume quality and all that, that was all okay, but it all blended in. And then when you have the skills, they're very cartoonish. So it's like two different style of animations right there. And I never really got really into that kind of animation. Like if the assassin comes and starts throwing his shurikens, it's very distinct that it's not the same, quality of the graphics. Here in BDO, they go on the realism side with the style of textures and stuff, and they're consistent with that. I don't know. It's a personal issue, but we'll see what
I
happens
think
when
they don't have the budget. They already, scrapped one idea, Aero 9, and started Alien, and using Unreal 3, which is very
Unreal 3
outdated,
is a
like
problem.
20 years old engine. And I don't think they have budget to make their own engine or even upgrade to Unreal 5. So what I assume they're gonna do, they are just gonna push out the game and they're trying to milk it as much as possible to make the money for a few years, and then it will die eventually.
We'll
And
see.
then in 5 years they'll do a remaster and probably update the engine.
Something like that with Unreal 5 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I
But
don't know.
because they spend so much money and time on this game, they can just scrap it out, like throw it away. It's business, you gotta think from the business perspective. They are like, okay, this is still playable, there's still content, you know. Well, let's just push this game out and make money out of it for a few years and pay people's money.
Well, they already did scrub it once, no? Didn't they rename it from Air to Elion?
Yeah, and if they didn't do that, they would have lost a lot of money because that game was bad. Like, at least now it's something that's playable. Like, earlier with Air Infinite Realm, it was terrible. So, my thing is, like, with Ashes is what's going to make or break the game is the combat. Like, right now, they're saying, we're reworking the entire combat. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what they rework it to. Because I'd like them to make, like, BDO style combat where it's really engaging, very responsive. It feels like you're hitting something. It's very impactful. That's what I want to see. But until they actually make it, I'm not going to sit on the hype train and just, hope really hard and be disappointed. Because until they actually do it, it's in the air.
Even if they do it, man, the biggest thing that a new game has to pass is the only test, and the test is the test of time. BDO has already passed the test of time, where it is still kicking 5 years in.
But it wasn't always like that. When BDO first came out, it had its issues, and if they didn't actively try to improve on those issues and make the changes required, it would have had a lot worse time. It wouldn't be where it was unless PA actively thought, hey, this market system sucks, let's revamp it. Or, like the number of quality of life changes they do where we don't even think we need it, like Nader Band. No one was sitting there thinking. We just have our alts with our fail stacks and shit. But they're constantly thinking about it.
By the way, if any PA employee is listening, can you guys please release an elixir belt similar to Nader's Band so I can not sit there every 8 seconds clicking one elixir at a time?
Oh
Can
my
I just
God.
pop them all at one time?
Batman utility belt.
Yeah, and a utility belt, please. Thank you, PA.
Oh man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I genuinely say this. Like, I really do mean it when I say I hope Ashes does well, and it's a fun game that it's executed well, and we have something new to play and enjoy. I'm just not gonna get my hopes up. I mean, like, we got burnt so many times with these Kickstarters and shit. It's at this point, it's like, you know, if they can do it, great. Let them do it, and then we'll make our judgment. Yeah, I know, Ghostly. I know. We're all looking for that next big game. I mean, we love BDO and everything, but you know, always fun playing something new. Always love that new experience. When the first few months is always when the game's like the most pog. Always when drama's flying, shit's going down.
Someone in my chat said they're looking forward to Lost Ark Western release.
Same. I was playing the Russian server. It's a good one.
End of the year, I think. By the end of the year.
Yeah, I'll probably be trying it.
So this year
it's a different niche. You can't compare Lost Ark with BDO. It's different niche.
Yeah.
It's good quality though. It's a solid game.
I think it's the second most played game in
It wasn't
Asia,
always
I
like
think.
that. It wasn't always like that. In Korea, it flopped in the beginning. They had to improve the game considerably for it to be more popular. Which, you know, kudos to them. I like it when a game company actually does that.
I think Lost Ark is pretty much like similar to like League of Legends or something. You know, it's getting played a
D3.
lot in Asia.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's like in the
They must be doing
ARPG stuff.
something good
Yeah.
to keep the game that high.
Yeah, guys, I don't know why anyone even complains about class balance. It's a known fact they don't balance against each other. Like, they don't balance the classes against each other. They balance it in some way, but don't sit around playing a bad class and hope that they fix it. Don't sit around moaning, oh, my class is so weak. When will PA fix it? Just stop. You got like 42 options of different specs you can play. Find one which is good for you. It is what it is.
Didn't they say they were gonna rework the classes?
The balancing is going
May
on.
26th.
I think the rework is something gonna be like, hey, you guys had 5 of this character as a meta class. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add these 2 other as a meta class, and then maybe 6 months later we're gonna change those meta class to another 5. So we will always have a meta class like League of Legends. So treat the BDO class system like that.
Dude, I love Ion. Cryptic, it's good to see it doing well. But yeah, listen, with the classes, like, if you're playing a bad class, don't sit in guild chat bitching to your guild about how bad your class is. Go reroll. Like, shit, you can always reroll back. Their changes right now aren't very mechanical, so a lot of the classes which are having
tagging
issues.
system is good as well.
What's that?
The tagging system, like at least they have tagging system.
Yeah. See, we never thought that they would give us that, but they did. But look, their ideas of buffs and nerfs right now is like, or balancing is purely damage based. They're not doing any great mechanical changes. Like Kuno's, Sorks, what are their biggest complaints? We can't pull effectively. Like Striker Mystic, we hit the spacebar, everything turns at us and comes running from a mile away. Great for us. That's really what benefits Striker and its grinding. But, you know, classes like, Tamer as well. There's a lot of classes which have like these kind of mechanical issues where, you know, they need to add some manner to pull these mobs. Easy for us to say, but are they doing it? None of the global lab changes show that they're doing that. They're adding more damage to Sork. And Sork never thought they were low on damage. So, just saying. Is what it is. I mean, all we can do is just keep making noise and hope that they see our feedback and eventually get it through. Otherwise, reroll.
The old MMORPGs keep the balance with the old class system, you know. You had like the tanks, you had like, you know, assassin, you had like archers and
The
mages.
Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity, yep.
Yeah, every class had their niche. So that was it, you know, like there was group PvP and you needed all of them in your group.
Right.
Or, you know, you can make like, you know, mage group, you can make the melee group or archer group. So the balance wasn't an issue at the time. But if you want a game that every class is gonna do everything, then yeah, it's gonna turn into MOBA.
Yeah, you know
like,
one thing.
How much money they spend in League of Legends and how much money they spend in Dota? Do you think they have balance? I don't think so. every class is doing their own thing.
And that's one of the things in Guild Wars 2 I didn't like, because there wasn't a holy trinity in the beginning, a proper holy trinity. At least now there's some classes and specs which are, you know, like Druid. Druid is like the main healer and stuff. So before, everybody had to think about their own survivability, and you know, everyone was running around with those skills which healed himself and then gave them some sort of condition clear, and it felt very, while on paper it might seem like very diverse, but then it felt like I was not getting that diversity. Everyone was just constantly rolling around, everyone had their heal, everyone had their oh shit button. It felt like I was fighting the same class even though it was a complete different class. Re-rolling isn't a fix, it's to stop you from bitching. I don't give a damn if it's fixing it or not, because nothing we say other than, you know, throw in suggestions, make videos about, hey, this class is bad, this is why it's bad, unless you're doing that actually trying to get the word out. And if you actually do that, then great, that actually helps out, whether you're going into discords and you know, complaining there or putting your suggestions there. At least there's a chance that someone will see it and it'll get through. But if you're just sitting in a chat, your guild chat, your friends chat, and saying, oh, my class is bad, that's not going to do shit. So at that point, yes, reroll.
Plus, I'm sure the devs, you know, will watch streams and they'll notice, oh, everyone's playing Guardian or Sucklon. Well, maybe we should, like, you know, buff some other classes so then there's more variety.
If you're playing a weaker class, play it if you want, but just know what you're getting into. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me playing a Mystic, and Mystic is like very middle of the pack when it comes to grinding. I like Mystic. That's fine. I know.
Yeah, she looks cool as shit though. Like she looks like Chun. Reminds me of Chun-Li.
Oh, she hot. And if I need that power, I'll go to Striker, no problem. But, you know, is what it is. Look, unless you're going to the source, and like, you have to be like Shaky with Succession Wizard. He hates that class with a passion. And he showed that passion in all those videos, all those times he brought it up, all the posts he made, and eventually it got through, and we made Succession Wizard lose 2 super armors. Small change, but change did eventually happen. You gotta put that effort in the right place. Like complaining about they need to buff this, buff that, nerf that. If it's at the wrong spot, it's like pointless, right? PvP on Mystic, get ready to spend 5 minutes slapping someone? Yeah, I mean, I never thought I needed that damage boost, but I'll take it. I never thought Mystic was like, oh, I'm lacking damage. I never thought that.
I think we still got Bartering left on the list, right?
It's new enough that they can leave it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, okay, let's finish this up then. Bartering. So, as you guys know, that I used to do a lot of bartering, and whenever they bring the events around, I do it again, because it's something I do while working or just AFK chilling. I don't have a problem with it. I think that the only downside which came was they did a rework with the refresh mechanic, which did help get our boat upgrades faster, but no, it was a nerf that came in last year, early last year, where they reduced the overall amount of money you can make per day, which I think they can bring it back, because everything else is making so much money. And as long as you're spending more time to make that money, I think that's okay. But otherwise, bartering's great. Very little effort. You just click where you want to go, let your boat go auto path, and you're good. Just takes a little bit of planning.
Do you really want to do that 10 hours a day? They said they don't want people to do one task, 10 hours a day.
They do it anyway, though.
Or stay in the ocean.
Everyone grinds, everyone gathers, everyone AFKs. I mean, what a Karak, it doesn't take 10 hours to do 3 refreshes. It takes me like, what, 4.5 hours to 5 hours? Depends on what I'm doing. Like, am I really hitting every little island, or am I going to do, dumps for my stockpile dumping? It depends, but definitely doesn't take that long with a Karak. With a Caravel, it can take a long time. Maybe like 2 hours for a refresh.
People are doing it now, not because they make good money,
It's
because they want to do it.
Yeah, I think it's a chill factor. Because like even when gathering, while it's a chill activity, you're still out there moving your character around, pressing R, and, actually doing something. But bartering, I literally just point use breezy sail and just, you know, direct my boat with my mouse. That's it. It's very easy and simple. So
Yeah, and someone told me I can make 100 billion silver a day.
who
Kappa.
said that?
I'm just kidding.
Who the hell said that?
That's Kappa. It's a Kappa, dude.
Oh man. Nah, I
You
think
know,
I'm,
all the barterers, all the end game barterers. Oh, I make like 5 billion a day.
they make
No,
800 mil. There's a number there.
inflated numbers.
Oh, it's like Jordan. Every time I'm like, "Hey, did you make like 3 bill a day?" He's like, "No, I made 5 bill a day." Jordan, how you liking bartering?
I love it. It's fantastic. It's like perfect.
High
Like
praise.
literally any day, you know, you just want to chill and you're just, you know, you don't feel like grinding or doing anything hard. It's like the easiest money, so I love it.
I think that's the main thing. If I went through this in a recent video, is bartering still worth doing? It depends on your individual situation. Are you at the computer but not actively playing? Do you need something that, you know, you can just like, you know, auto path from this island to that island? It's a very quick task and let your, you know, character AFK and do it? Or do you have the time to actively play? If you have the time to play 4 to 5 hours a day actively at your computer doing stuff, then obviously going for active life skills or grinding is going to be better. But if you don't have that kind of time or dedication, like if you just want to do something easy, then yeah, bartering, while there is a little bit of planning involved, it's very minimal. It's something you can do with little effort. The least APM activity for the most amount of money.
Yep.
Yeah. So, D, did you have any notes on that?
Yeah, I just wrote. For cons, I actually wrote that I can't live that barter life all day, similar to farming. Right?
Yep.
I can't actually farm all day. I mean, I can, but there's a gate. There's a time gate on it, and bartering does have restricted amount of bartering per day. I guess it's not the worst activity gate, but it's still a restriction. In a sandbox, there should be minimal to no restrictions. So I don't know. There's not much I would change about bartering. I think the system's really solid the way it is.
Yeah.
I like that they utilized undervalued node materials and things and made them valuable all of a sudden. I'm definitely a former non-believer of bartering, and I also like it very much now. It's super chill.
Ref in chat's asking, what do you mean? What about cooking? I think cooking needs some setup in order to be able to make, you know, that consistent cash. Like, unless you're grinding, unless you have unless you're gathering, or unless you have a good mastery level. Like with bartering, you don't need any mastery. That increases your sailing speed, but that's it. Like my barter has no mastery gear on. Now that is bad that I'm not getting that life skill XP buff, but that's because I don't really care. I'm just doing it once in a while. The good thing about that is that I can, like, you know, put all that money that I get from bartering into like grinding gear, and I can still barter and make the maximum amount of silver per day. Takes longer, but only a little bit longer. What's that? 30 minutes at tops. So pros and cons, pros and cons. Russ, what's your take? I know you don't like bartering because it's not the most efficient use of
Well, I
time.
didn't say I don't like bartering. I said I don't like dailies.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
think they
games
should.
forcing you to do dailies.
I think
Yeah.
well, so yeah, I think they should cut down the time to get a Carrick as well. Maybe like a month, take another month off. Make it a little bit easier to get into, because it is very tiring, you know, going for 2 months to get your
They did
Carrick.
make it easier though with the ship material refresh. Would I make it shorter duration? I don't think I'd make it. You know, I think they can, but the way they would do it is to add the materials in the barters. Like, instead of reducing the amount of materials required, just add more of those materials coming from your barters and give them the option to grind it out faster
Yeah.
instead of time gating them. Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
know.
probably my only
Salies are
complaint.
very easy to do. I did it for 40 days straight without missing a single day after I started. Very proud of myself for that. But
Same.
and it's like I went for 2.5 weeks. I went to share Momo's group. Momo, he streamed as Salies and had some weed music going on. That's my jam. And I had a good group. I saw the same people every day. I had fun doing it. It's very chill.
Are we finally going to talk about new life skill potential? Any new
Oh,
life skill you guys want
yeah.
to see? Let's bring that up.
I know you had an idea for that.
I do.
Take it
I
away.
do have an idea. All
What
right.
kind of new life skill would you guys want to see?
Okay, because me and the homies in my chat were talking about this like 2 days ago, and
Nice.
we all came up with a nice little idea: archaeology and or exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let us explore the world. Let us explore the depths of the ocean. Find treasure. Give us mastery that also lets that treasure scale into competitive income.
Mm-hmm.
Let us move around the map, like, just making money, finding cool little hidden stuff.
Yep.
Let us utilize those underwater mounts that we
Yep.
were talking about in training to move around the ocean better, because moving around the ocean is janky in this game. It's nothing like Arcade, where it's free,
Yeah.
free to move around. It's super fluid. In BDO, it's a little funky, but give us a mount and things change all of a sudden.
True. I was thinking about this because recently south in the near the mountain ranges around Bloody Monastery, I was just walking on my horse. I was going up the mountain and I was about to like jump off the other side and go quickly towards Garmoth. And I wasn't paying attention to my character. I was looking on my other monitor and I fell down a hole, a random ass hole, which I couldn't see because my graphics were like a bit too high at the time and I didn't differentiate it. I fall in, all there is like a bunch of sapphire ores and stuff. It's like this random hole and I couldn't climb back out. I had to like escape out or map out of there. So they do have a lot of these kind of things. Like there's a few around here, like near Bloody Monastery, south of Glish. Like it's not the first time I fell down a hole. But they do have these kind of weird, odd locations throughout the game already. They could utilize that for that.
Are you saying you're an expert in falling into holes?
Nope, just twice.
Okay.
But
yeah,
yeah.
I also explored the ocean. I have channel points set up similar to Jordan, where you can spend 50,000 channel points to make me do whatever you want for an hour. So one of the homies in chat wanted me to underwater gather. Anyway, we started gathering around Sikria.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the middle of nowhere, I just found like 2 shrines. 2 big shrines underwater. And it looked cool. Imagine there was some money there. Imagine there was treasure there that I could pick up and be worth my time finding these things. Like, that would be cool.
Huge amount of area all throughout here. So would you want that to be under exploration or a separate life skill called scuba diving? It's like a huge amount of area. There's so much stuff like they could have hidden around here.
They could just call it like treasure hunting.
Yeah.
Like a treasure hunting life skill.
Yeah. Oh man. What else you got, D? Anything you want to add there?
Another life skill? Like another idea? Well, I don't want climbing or anything like that. That sounds boring. I don't want painting, whatever they were talking about in their old patch notes, old news articles. Yeah, art/painting was one of their.
I don't understand that. There's some hype that went through some other MMORPGs. Like Ion came out with that stupid Vandal class where it shoots out paintballs and shit. I don't know. Some hype was going around in Korea where everyone's like, "Ooh, painting. That's what we want to do in a game." I don't know.
I also want to see more, maybe crafting in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make some exclusive armors and weapons from things that I gather. Maybe let me make more furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Furniture crafting life skill. I don't know. Like now we're just getting down into nitty gritty. But I think overall, an exploration / archaeology life skill would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's like my number one. I would totally do that. Run around the map all day,
Yeah.
looking for cool stuff.
For sure. Dude, we're not gonna have a marriage system in a gender locked game. I mean, we could, but no.
Who wants to marry my Musa?
Only Musas will marry a Musa.
Come here, D. You're a Kuno.
Nope.
Rejected. All right, Russ, any ideas for any potential new life skills?
Oh, never thought of that. They should fix the existing one. I'm happy with that.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, dude. All right. Took a long time, but we got through everything. All the life skills here.
They could come out with like enchanting. That could maybe be something.
Hmm. You thinking
then,
like
like-
WoW style?
Yeah, like if say like grinders don't want to level up enchanting, then you actually it'd be like player like you would actually talk to other people. You would look for an enchanter.
Hmm.
It could be like some sort of buff or something that you put on your armor or something.
Yeah. Good. Construction. I want to build my own house. Oh man. Flight. There's a hot air balloon. That's the shit. Just take it and try not to get bugged and fall to your death. It's happened to a friend. I laughed very hard. It was funny. A flying shy or a falling shy. Splat. Oh. I want to steal stuff. You guys are crazy. There are games for that, you know. A Doom camo? I'm still waiting on the Doom donkey, bro. Oh boy. Alrighty. I think we had a pretty productive conversation here. Damn, so many life skills. Why are so many of them trash? Literally half of them. Almost half.
I think all of it comes down to just delete Valencia meal and the game gets better, I think.
Sure, dude. I'll take your word on that. Oh man. Valencia meal. Yeah, I think we can end it here.
hopefully-
I think. What's that, Jordan?
I was just gonna say, I hope they just keep improving. I think they
Yeah.
last year they improved gathering by taking away honey wine, which basically helped cooking, and so hopefully they just keep improving stuff.
Yeah, and as we discussed, like for several of these, it's in the marketplace. It's in the economy. They don't need to do some groundbreaking rework for the system or anything. They just need to identify the few KPIs which are going to influence, better alchemy and, a better time for other life skills. It's not a difficult fix. I think they can implement those. They just need to put in the effort, look at the data, and, get it done. But yeah, I see potential. I see them, somewhere down the line taking a look at it. But I think it would take content creators to put out videos and raise awareness about the issue. Because right now they're still focused on Siege, Node Wars, and things. There are people in this game who think that almost 40% of the population plays in Node Wars. I think it's more like 4%. I think a lot more people are casual and do life skills grinding and just mind their own business than that. So it would do them good to focus on this other stuff.
People think this is a PvP game.
Nah, hunting PvP game now. Let's go. Piracy gang, shoot people off horses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Are we wrapping it up?
Yeah.
I got some parting words.
Let's go. Take it away.
So I just wanted to say thank you, Pansy, Russ, Jordan, for giving me a platform to voice my thoughts, express my opinions
Oh, of
on
course,
a
dude.
game I think we all love very much. And if anybody wants to watch how I do what I do and how I play the BDO game, twitch.tv/DeeYUMYUM.
I
Catch me
got you.
live in the zone every day. BDO count progression, moving the bars to the right. And thank you, boys. Seriously, Russ, Pansy, Jordan, thank you guys.
I got you
No
guys with the
problem.
shout outs.
Thank
Hold
you.
up. Well, yeah, it was a pleasure having you, man. Definitely having diverse opinions and new thoughts coming in. This game's one of those games that you can play in many different ways. It's always interesting to hear other people's thoughts on it. Yeah. Russ, Jordan, any closing words from y'all?
Well, I was sick today, so I wasn't really.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, though.
talkative. I was
Yeah.
just listening.
It's great. It's great.
Still sneezing.
It's just a flu, right? Or a cold?
I don't know what it is. Probably like hay fever,
Okay.
allergies.
Okay. Well, happy birthday to your kid.
Yeah, man. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Good stuff.
How old?
How old?
Yeah.
11.
Dang.
He's at the age he can start grinding for you.
He likes other games. He likes Ninja Turtles.
Good for him. Good stuff.
He
I remember-
plays like turn-based games.
Oh, smart kid. Don't destroy your hand like me with this high APM gameplay. Oh, man. All right, guys. I think we can wrap it up here. Jordan, Russ, always a pleasure. D, thanks for coming on as a special guest here. I think the chat had a great time listening to you. You brought some amazing points. You definitely had the experience of one of the top tier players in the game. And, keep doing what you're doing. Your stream's going great. I think no one grinds harder than you on Twitch and in-game gathering. So definitely want to see more content from you, man.
Thank
Keep it
you,
up.
man. Thank you. Hopefully, I get another guest appearance on the show. I'd love to come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime. Yeah, we usually do this every other week. I think that's been the current pattern here. But yeah, definitely. If there's any topic that you find interesting, just feel free to, even in the middle of the podcast, just hit us up.
I gotcha.
All right. I think we're going to end it here. Jordan, are you going to keep streaming? D? Russ, are you going to stream? You're sick, right?
No, I'm just gonna rest.
Yeah, rest up,
Well,
man.
thank you for
Take it
having
easy.
me.
I'm gonna throw everybody to Jordan.
All right. Jordan, how long are you going to be on? You're going to be on for a bit?
I'll probably be on for like another hour-ish.
Okay. I'll
Sounds
send them
good.
your way as well.
Oh God. All right.
Double trouble, baby.
All right. I'll wrap things up. Anyway, Russ, Jordan, D, appreciate it, man. Guys, thanks
Take
for
care,
dropping
guys.
by. It's a pleasure having you guys. All right. Take it easy. Good night, folks.
Yeah.